welcome or welcome back to my YouTube channel. Long time no see. Today I'll be focusing on SPM real past year 2021. Today we'll be just doing paper 1. Next week should have paper 2. I will try my best. And if you don't have real SPM past year, I'll put the paper at the link below. So you just download it, print it out, and try yourself. Try to do yourself. If really cannot, only look at the video and try to understand the part. Okay, I'll try to put the time for different questions. So maybe you can just go to the questions that you need help. Okay, so let's go. By the way, if I'm way too fast for your speed, you can control my speed, right? You can pause, you can replay. And then if I'm way too slow, you can just speed me up, okay? You have all the control, okay? So shall we? Let's go. Question 1. Diagram 1 shows an RAB which subtends an angle of pi over 3 rad at the center of the circle O. The radius of the circle is 2 cm. Before I start, let me always try to tell you guys which chapter is this. So quite obvious, this is under Form 5 Chapter 1, which is called circular measure because they're talking about circle. So now they say diagram 1, this one shows an R. R is actually the curved part, okay? This AB, which subtended with the angle pi over 3, we totally can see that at the center of circle O. Yeah, that is pi over 3. Usually, guys, if I am you, okay, whenever I do a questions, whenever I can write one information, whenever the questions give me one information, I'll try my best to write all the informations I can write. So you know this is a full circle. Full circle is always 360 degree. Just so that you know, 360 degree in red is always called 2 pi. So that means I know the whole circle is actually 2 pi. So if they tell me that one is pi over 3, I think I would know the major angle. Isn't it the major angle can be using 2 pi minus pi over 3? Maybe it's not useful, but I will try to find every single thing I can find before I start. There's my style, okay? So that is the angle for the major part. Next one. The radius of the circle is 2 cm. So you know the radius from the center to A, that one is 2 cm. So next they say, find the area of the major sector OAB. So which part they are finding? They are finding OAB. So this small one called minor. Now they say they want to find the major. Isn't it? This part is the major. It looked like a Pac-Man, okay? So look carefully in terms of pi. Don't press the pi. So now this particular Pac-Man shape, what do we call it? Sector. Sector got area formula or not? Yes, SPM provided. 1 over 2 r squared theta. Remember, this theta have no sin cos that. Definitely need to sub in the unit of rad. So now, what is my R? My R is 2. What is my angle? Remember, you are finding the major sector now. So you're going to use your major angle, which we already well prepared. Isn't it 5 over 3 pi? So just sub inside. Let's press the calculator. So 2 squared divided by 2 times 5 divided by 3. I get getting 10 over 3 pi in a unit of cm squared. So this is the area. Done. 2 marks, right? So here 1 marks, this particular working 1 marks, 2 marks, done. Done? Let's go. Next particular questions. Okay, yeah. Oh, the next questions, okay? So question 2. If you want to copy, just pause me, okay? Question 2. Diagram 2 shows a straight line graph. LN, that was L, is not I, okay? LNY against LNX. So express Y in terms of X. Remember, they want to find Y in terms of X. So your answer will be an equation, like Y equals to blah, 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 X, okay? So this particular question mixed with 2 chapters. First, when you see Y in terms of X, and then usually a straight line, like usually a Cartesian graph, a Cartesian plane, here they should put Y, here they should put X. But whenever they put some fancy thing, then yes, this particular question is under Form 4, Chapter 6. We call it linear law. But because they mix with LN also, so I think they mix with Chapter 4 also. It is a cert and logarithm, okay? First thing, give you some basic, okay, my dear. LN actually means log base E. You need to know that, okay? So now, how do we start? So linear law, I hope you guys know this particular chapter, quite easy one. Linear law, always remember, my dear, usually your y-axis is y, your x-axis is x, right? But under linear law, right, the y-axis always represent your big Y. Your x-axis always represent your big X. And now, quite obvious, this particular graph is a linear graph. What is linear? Linear means straight line. So isn't it, this is a straight line graph. That's why it's a linear graph. So these questions all suddenly ask me to find an equation. But they don't even provide me an equation. Then what should I do? I should form an equation myself. How do I form my equation, my dear? So these particular questions, they say this is a straight line. So straight line equation, obviously, you guys all know y equals to mx plus c. But under linear law, we don't call it y equals x plus c. We call it big Y equals to m big X plus c. So from don't have equation, we can form ourselves. So how do we form? So first, we already know the big Y is ln y. So you can write ln y straight away. Then next is the m. How do we find gradient? Gradient, isn't it always the formula is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So you can randomly using one of them minus another one. So let's say 7 minus 1 over 5 minus 2. So I get 6 divided by 3. Okay, my gradient is actually 2. So my gradient is actually 2. That my big X, my big X is actually ln x. Then how about my C? Now, guys, don't tell me your teacher make your line longer to see the C. Guys, you make your line longer, you also don't know what is a C because it's not a real graph paper. So since I don't have the C, right, the C, you need to purposely find it out. Since lower form, you guys all know, whenever you have a straight line equation, you want to find the C, you just need to exactly sub any equation that you got passed through inside, then you can get the answer. So let's say I like 2, 1. For those who don't like 2, 1, you can sub 5, 7, answer same one. Remember when you sub 2, 1, you need to be careful of one thing. The 2 and 1 is not x and y. The 2 is ln x. How I know? Because the 2 and 1, whether is it x, y, it depends on what they write at the side. So when I see what they write at the side, they write ln x. That means this is ln x. Then they write ln y. Isn't it this is ln y? So look carefully, yeah. So this is ln x, or the 1 is ln y. So when you sub, the 1 sub inside ln y. The 2 sub inside ln x plus c. So 4 plus c equivalent to 1, c equivalent to -3. So guys, we got the equation from don't have any equation until we can get the equation back. So I sub the c -3 inside. Now, this is my equation, linear equation. But this question never, don't stop here. This question never asks for this. They're asking for what? Express y in terms of x. So you're going to find the y out. So usually, right, log base 10, you move it over, can press shift log. Then ln, you bring it over, you guys can press shift ln. Okay, but then now you cannot press because quite obvious there's unknown here. So cannot press, then what can you do? Then do the basic logarithm method. So if you watch my previous video for logarithms or whenever I teach my own students, I always tell them you're going to start from same base. So to make your life easier, right? So ln, I always make it base log e first. I think you will be less confused if you guys write log, like a word log, okay, there. So now, this is what you guys have, right? So, guys, you're going to start from same base. Are they all same base? No. Y got log E, X got log E, but the 3 don't have log E. But you cannot add a log E for 3, you know. It's not fair for the rest. So, the easiest and the most fair method is you can add a 1 for the 3. You see, I add a 1. Do it change the nature of the question? No. Then why I add a 1? Because do you guys remember a formula called log AA equals to 1? If you remember log AA can be 1, then quite obvious 1 also can be log AA. Then don't tell me, teacher, then I write log AA. No, all my friend is base E, man. So isn't it 1? I will write log EE then, so that it can fit everyone. So can you guys see now? So isn't it now everyone same base, log E, log E, log E, without affecting the original questions. So now all I need to do is make it 1 to 1. Same base 1 to 1. So left side got 1, but the right side got 2. I want to combine them. But when I want to combine them, there's something in front blocking me to combine them. So whatever in front can move up, become the power. So after they move up, isn't it now I can combine them together? Minus combine is a divide. Just in case you guys seriously lost all your memory, okay, my dear. This is one of the formula under logarithm. So minus combined together is always a divide. So plus combined together is always a exactly times. Okay, so remember all this basic. So now the minus, I combine them together, become divide. Let me put some color for you so you understand what am I doing. Okay, so now guys, are they same base? Yes. Is it left side 1, right side 1? Yes. Then what can I do? Do I cut? No. Cut in your heart, don't really cut out, my dear, because the concept you're using called compare. So when you compare, this is exactly what you guys getting. That. How many marks? 4 marks. So where's the 4 marks? So first, my dear, When you guys getting this equation, definitely got 1 marks. This answer definitely got 1 marks. Getting the C definitely got 1 marks. And getting the gradient got 1 marks. Like that, 4 marks. Do-do-do, done. Okay, right? Move on. Next, question 3. They say, in a geometric progression, without any delay, you guys straight away know this under Form 4, Chapter 5, progression. So these questions say, in a geometric progression, so GP law, right? They say the first term is 217, first term called A. And the common ratio is 2/3. So the R is called 2/3. Okay, this is everything they say so far. So let's start from A. A, they say, the maximum find. Okay, sorry, find. Okay, there's a word find there. Find the maximum value of n. So maximum, that means I think you got quite a lot of n answer and you're going to write the maximum one that you can accept, okay? Such that the sum of the first n term of the progression is less than 650. So sum is S. Sum of the first n term, we call it Sn. Sum of the first 5 term, S5. Sum of the first 15 term, S15. Sum of the first n term, Sn. So now they say Sn. Is it equal to 650? No. Open your eyes big, it's less than 650. So isn't it Sn less than 650? Then now you can terbalik find the n. So how do we reverse and find the n out? Of course, need to use the formula. So remember, you're doing GP. So GP Sn formula got 2 versions. It depends on the R. So now when I look at it, I know my R lesser than 1. So since my R lesser than 1, I'll be using this version. If you accidentally use another version, it's totally fine. The answer will be the same, but normally I'll follow lah. So now the A is 217, sub 217. 1 minus the R is 2/3, so 2/3. Then the N tak tahu, okay, we don't know yet. So the R again, 2/3, lesser than 650. So the rest is just mathematics, yeah? So guys, divide and move it up times. So 1 minus 2/3, but times 650, I think I will get 650/3 here. So here 217 bracket 1 minus 2/3 power m close bracket. Then again, I move away the 217, yeah? Times 217, move it over, divide by 217. I guess getting 650 divided by 651. So 1 minus 2/3 power n. Can all do quite slow already, right? Then usually when you do until here, you're going to decide where to change, right? Usually I will change to the side that can make everything positive. If you guys later on got negative, you're going to times negative to make the negative disappear. Then the sign need to terbalik one, you know. So I always see my students will forget that. So that's why I always have a very good habit to always choose the positive side, which I think making our life easier. So for this one, guys, I will actually move this one over because they are negative on the left. So negative, move it to the right side. Okay, it will become positive. So when the one with power n, I move it to that side. Then those without n, I will move it to the left side instead. So 1 minus 650 over 651. Isn't it I getting 1 over 651? So until this stage, no, I don't want to continue, nothing to continue, the power blocking you, my dear. So this one is actually under indices. So whenever under indices, you will start from same base. Again, indices, surd, and logarithm always start from same base one. So guys, can you make them same base? I don't think so. 2, 3, 6, 5, 1, where got relation? So when they really cannot become same base, then you guys will add log. Left side add 1, right side add 1. Don't tell me, teacher, why the previous question you cannot add, why this one can add, this one I add for both. That one you only want to add for one, of course cannot lah. So this one you can add because you left side add 1, right side add 1. All these logarithm basic not very good. You can watch my previous video, okay? Okay, I will try to put at the top. Okay, my dear. Will I remember? I'll try to put at the top. Oh, you go and find, okay? My videos is not a lot, okay? So guys, you can add any log base, but of course, you want to press calculator, you will add log 10. So where the power can go, the power can go in front. So log 10, 2/3. I think you guys will be getting negative 0.1761. This one, log 10, 1/651. This one, I'm getting negative 2.8136. Okay, now you want to get your n answer, move this away. So guys, times, move it over, become divide, correct? Then guys, don't write like that. I always see my students do like that. I feel very sad, my dear. Why you guys will forget? Remember, negative, okay, only negative, positive, no need, negative, whenever you move it, either is times or divide, right? The sign, right, must terbalik. Of course, you are equal, no need to terbalik because equal terbalik is still equal. But bigger, smaller, really need to terbalik. Don't forget that, guys. So now this one divide by this. I'm getting the answer 15.9772. Don't stop here. This question asking you to find n. N stand for the term, number of term, like your placing. Will you get 15.977 in your class? No lah, you either get number 15 or number 16, right? So what is your answer? A lot of students, they will write 16 because they feel like 15.97 very near to 16, so they write 16. Guys, it's never about near or not. That is not even important, the number. The most important thing is the sign. Please really looking at the sign. So based on your sign, now your n is smaller than 15.97. So smaller than 59.97 got what? Got 15, 14, 13, 12, got a lot of number, right? Then the question on top just now, they say what? They want the maximum. So quite obvious, the biggest number I can accept, yet it need to be smaller than 15.97 is 15. That. So that's why the answer is actually 15. Cannot. 2 marks, right, my dear? Getting 15, 1 marks. The formula itself, 1 marks. Yes, the process, no marks, okay, my dear? So guys, let's move on. Next one, B. B, they say, find the difference between the fifth term and the sum of all the terms of the progressions. Whenever they say they want to find the difference, that means it's minus, big minus small. Think about it. If I asking you what is the age difference between us, isn't it? It's definitely me minus my age minus your age, correct? So different is always big minus small. So now they want to compare the fifth term. Term is T. Fifth term is T5. And guys, fifth term and sum of all the term. A lot of students thought sum of all the term. They will tell me, teacher, S15. Guys, just now I get 15 doesn't mean this question only got 15 term, you know. They say sum of all the term. How I know got how many terms, my dear? So if they dare to ask us, I think this is under S infinity. Remember or not? Infinity, okay? Infinity means endless. Remember, infinity only apply for GP and only when your R after modulus is lesser than 1. So is your R now lesser than 1? Yes, that means actually you will have infinity. That means it's possible to have infinity. So when your R more than 1, actually impossible, you are infinity even though you are GP. So that is how you check whether is it infinity. So since 2 over 3 is lesser than 1, then definitely these questions will have infinity term. So infinity term, that's why I can find S infinity. So S infinity formula is A over 1 minus R. And for TM, this is the formula. So both, I just need to find it out. So the A is 217, the R is 2 over 3, the N is 5, and then I minus 1, which is 4. So 2 over 3 power 4 times 217. So guys, for this one, I'm getting 42.8642. How about that one? So my A is 217 over 1 minus R is 2 over 3. I put a bracket for you. So 217 divided by 1 over 3, I guess getting 651. So now people are asking you the difference. So how do we get the difference? I repeat again, always using the big one minus the small one. So 651 minus 42.8642. Okay, let's combine them together. Hey guys, remember, if I'm way too fast, you feel like I never even breathe, I just keep talking, like, is there any feedback? Just let me know, okay? But of course, if I did a good job, please let me know as well, okay? So guys, right decimal or right fraction is totally the same thing, no worries, okay? And this question worth more marks compared to that one. 3 marks, my dear. Because you guys using this formula, 1 marks. Using this formula, 1 marks. Getting the differences, another 1 marks. So 3 plus 2, this whole question worth 5 marks. Da-da-da-da-da. That. Hope you guys all understand. Let's move on. Okay, next. Question 4. It's given that the equation of the curve is that one. Find the gradient function. When I see the word gradient function, I straight away know this question under form 5. Chapter 2, differentiation. So now they say it's given the equation of the curve. So guys, there's a particular curve. I don't even know how it look like. I just simply tell you. I just simply draw. It's definitely not like that, okay, my dear. I just simply draw, okay. Then A, they say, find the gradient function of the curve. Okay, my dear. This word, you need to memorize. There's no other way, okay. Please remember, gradient function, we call it dy dx. Gradient function, gradient of curve, gradient tangent, we always call it dy dx. I do have videos about differentiation also, you can watch in my channel, okay? So guys, dy dx, if you don't know lah. So my dear, that means this question want to find dy dx. How do we find dy dx? We just differentiate the y. So how do we differentiate the circle? I hope you guys all know how to differentiate, yeah? Times and minus 1. Nothing on top, 1. Nothing in front, 1. 1 times 1, 1. Power minus 1, no more x. Negative 2 times 2, negative 4. Power minus 1, negative 3. Got it. That is my dy dx. But don't stop there. Please write your answer nicely, my dear. I don't know about you, lah, okay? Of course, teacher accept. But I don't really like a power with a negative. So usually whenever I see power negative, I will bring it down. Okay, this is my dy dx, and they give you 1 marks for this. Okay, if you write the top one also, they will give you 1 marks, no worries. Okay, but for me, I like the bottom one, so I will just stop there. So this is my A. Let's move on. B. B, they say a straight line touches a curve at point P. So guys, there's a straight line, okay, touching the curve that I just draw at a point called P. Okay, let's say the P is here. Don't ask me why is it there. I don't know. I just simply draw, okay? Just random draw. Never mind one. The drawing, no one judge, right? Okay, teacher not looking at it. The drawing is for me to let you understand. So in exam, you better draw for yourself as well. So guys, there's a straight line. So they say the straight line touches the curve at point P. So you can imagine this is how the straight line look like. Touches the curve only at point P, correct? And they say this particular straight line, the one I just draw. And by the way, guys, the straight line I just draw, there's a name for it, right? We call it, very good, we call it tangent. Guys, remember, tangent is a straight line touching the curve only at one point. So since now the straight line touching the curve only at one point, so the straight line called tangent. So now they say this tangent or the straight line is perpendicular to this another straight line. So a lot of my students will tell me, oh, teacher, that one is normal because our tangent perpendicular is called normal, okay, my dear? So tangent perpendicular of it is normal. But guys, I don't think so. Because if that one is normal, they should tell me normal. And normal is a perpendicular straight line that must pass through P. But do they ever say that equation pass through P? No, they just say perpendicular. They never say pass through P. So you don't always assume they are normal. If they are normal, they should say lah, okay? Like if they never say, we cannot like, oh, I think it is, my dear. No one, you shouldn't assume. So if you shouldn't assume, I will actually draw this another line here lah. See, they never say pass through P. There's so many places you can draw which is perpendicular to your tangent, right? Draw other place lah, okay? So you won't confuse, okay, my dear? So now this straight line called y plus 2x equals 0. But of course, straight line equation, we will prefer y equals to mx plus c. So guys, I'll move it over. Plus 2x, move it over minus 2x. And once I move it over, isn't it y equals to mx plus c? I realize the m. Okay, guys, all see that? So my dear, this blue color straight line, I know their gradient is negative 2. Okay, then guys, since the question's got the word perpendicular, you must remember perpendicular, that means 90 degree. 90 degree, that means there's a formula for their gradient, which is very good. M1, M2 equals to negative 1. That means, guys, both of their gradient times each other will always equivalent to negative 1. So you think they is it very important, this blue line? No. Every single thing I want to find is obviously linked to my curve, right? So this blue line, not really important. The only thing important for the blue line is the gradient. Why? Because the blue line gradient will help you to get the yellow line gradient. And I think the yellow line nearer to straight curve, right? Of course, the yellow line gradient is more important. Then how do I find it? So since the blue line and the yellow line is 90 degree, I know both of their gradient times each other is negative 1. So I can use the blue color gradient, which is negative 2, try to find the yellow one. So isn't it, that means negative 2 times the yellow gradient will be negative 1. So from there, we know the yellow color gradient will be negative 1 divided by negative 2, which is quite obvious, 1 over 2. So guys, the yellow color gradient is actually 1 over 2, right, for you. So gradient for the yellow one is 1 over 2. And look carefully, the yellow line called tangent. So usually I'll write MT. MT, that means gradient for tangent. MN, that means gradient for normal, okay? So gradient for tangent, now I know it's 1 over 2 lah. Then now, nothing else, Fine. Find the coordinate P. Coordinate answer always is XY. So guys, how do I suddenly find the P? So do you realize, seriously, the one they want to find actually touched the yellow line, didn't touch the blue one. So that's why luckily we use the blue information to create the yellow one. So once we got the yellow one, then guys, then impossible I look at the gradient, suddenly know the coordinate, right? So for the point P, other than the yellow one, I also do touch the curve. So the curve give me this equation, this information, this equation, okay? Then the yellow one got this gradient. I think definitely these two can help us to get the answer. So what can we get, my dear? If you got memorized nicely, since just now, if you guys remember dy dx is gradient function, then I repeat again, dy dx is gradient function, gradient of curve, and also gradient for tangent. So the moment this one, they write it as gradient tangent. That means gradient tangent, I know is 1/2, right? Actually, I also know dy dx is 1/2. Yes, no shortcut, memorize it. So I know dy dx equals to 1/2. Then guys, I just use the dy dx for the curve, compare with the dy dx for my straight line, then I should get the intersection point between these two information, which is exactly point P. Then do I need to find the dy dx again? No, just now we found it. See, isn't it just now we already get the dy dx? So sub inside 1 minus 4x, 1 minus 4 over x cubed equivalent to 1/2. And once you write it out, I straight away feel like life full of hope because I only can see one unknown x. 100% can move around and get the answer, right? So again, I don't like negative. I'll move it over to positive. Plus, I move it over minus 1/2. Both side fraction, guys, let's do cross multiply. So 1 times x cubed. 2 times 4 is 8. So what is my x answer? Cube, move it over. Yes, cube root, my dear. Cube root. So cube root 8, the answer is 2. Yay, got it. My x is 2. Don't stop there. People asking coordinate, cannot just have x, need to have y also. How do you guys find y? So quite obvious, this point touching the curve. And the curve, you do have the equation. So we can sub back to the curve equation to find the y out when the x is 2. So guys, I sub inside. So 2 plus 2 bracket 2 power negative 2. Okay, sorry, 2 plus 2 bracket 2 power negative 2. Yep, I'm getting the y 5/2. Don't stop there. People asking coordinate, must write them coordinate answer. The answer is in it 252. Done. So guys, 3 marks, right? You get 2, 5, 2, 1 marks. The moment you guys can get the dy dx 1/2 1 marks, and the moment you compare them is 1 marks. I shouldn't say this part 1 marks. I will say getting the gradient 1/2 is 1 marks. And just like that, this question worth 4. Done. Can, right? Move on lah. Okay, next question 5. It's given that fx equals to x squared plus 3x minus 4. Find the range of values of x such that fx more than 0. Maybe you don't know which chapter, never mind. Can look at more. I saw alpha, beta. I straight away know. Form 4, chapter 2, quadratic function. So guys, let's start. So on the starting, they give me this particular equation. And in A, they say find the range. Range means your answer will have bigger, smaller sign of the particular x. They say such that fx bigger than 0. So from the top, I know the fx equation is x squared plus 3x minus 4 bigger than 0. What do they look like? A general form. Isn't it? Can press calculator, try to get the answer. So from the calculator, I get the first answer 1. Second one, I get negative 4. Remember to write back 2 bracket. Don't skip step. So guys, up to here. Do I stop here? No. Remember, general form, if it's equal, you can stop the answer at equal. But if your answer got bigger, smaller, your answer should also be got bigger, smaller later on. How you know bigger or smaller? Always need to sketch it out. So guys, how do you guys sketch it out? So always based on your A. So since my A is a positive, so guys, we will draw a happy face. So negative, then draw a sad face. Eventually, I always make it positive. So whenever they're negative, I move it over to the other side, I make it positive. I always make it positive. I always want to be happy, okay, my dear? So I always stay happy. So whenever you draw a happy face, okay, you draw a horizontal line. Now got 2 answers, negative 4 and 1. Remember, smaller number put on the left, bigger number put on the right. Where you sketch is very important. So how you know where you sketch? So when you look at the questions, my dear, now the equation what? Bigger than 0. Remember, the sign is the one that decides where you're going to sketch. So now you bigger than 0. Guys, 0 is here. Bigger is up. Smaller is down. Make sense all? So bigger is up. So you guys going to sketch up. So guys, when I look at up, I only see 2 lines there. So whenever you see 2 lines there, you sketch the side. Whenever you see a bow, you sketch inside. Basic, So that's why this one, we will sketch the side. Okay, this one don't know. My YouTube channel also got basic, my dear. I'm very scared. I don't know what you know, what you don't know, but I try, okay? I hope you know. So guys, the one that you sketch is actually the answer already. So that's why your answer is on the left side of negative 4. Left side of negative 4 is what? Negative 5, negative 6, negative 7, negative 10,000. Isn't it all that answer lesser than negative 4? Then you also sketching right side of 1, right? Right side of 1 is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Those answer also bigger than 1. So yep, that one is your answer. You see, your answer is actually a range. Okay, guys, all see that? So my dear, this one worth 2 marks. So this one 1 marks, this one 1 marks. Okay, guys, next one, B. Go on, B, they say, the equation, this one, okay, they give you an equation such that P and Q are constant, has a root, alpha and beta. Not too sure whether you learn from me, but roots is the keyword. So guys, whenever you see the word roots, right, remember, roots always means X. Roots always means X. Roots got S, right? That is 2X, okay? X1, X2. So now they say that X1, X2 is alpha, beta. For what? For this particular equation. Okay, before I start, I do more things for you first. So guys, when I look at this equation, this equation inside got something weird called what? Called fx. Who want fx, oh my dear? So fx, the question got provided on the starting? Yes. So on the starting, I know fx is this one. I can sub it in. So fx isn't it x squared plus 3x minus 4. Don't careless, people is minus, put a bracket. Isn't it equivalent to 0, correct? Now I think I can expand it. So px plus q, negative, positive, negative, negative, positive, negative, 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 positive. And yeah, they look like a what? General form. Always have this good habit to make it starting positive. So if I'm you, I'll move everything to right side because I realize when I'm here, I'm negative x squared. If I move it over, I'm a positive x squared. Can you see that? So negative 3x, move it over positive 3x. Positive px, move it over negative px. And plus 4, move it over minus 4. Plus q, move it over minus q. But is this a general form? No, because general form must always come with 1x squared. 1x, 1, 0, everything 1. So x squared got 1, but the x got 2. What should you do? You should factorize it out. Very good. You should pull it out. So when I pull out the x, I got 3. When the x I pull out, I got negative p. Okay, guys, every single thing I well prepared already. Before even I start, my dear, even though I don't know what the question one, but I do everything I can do before I start. There's always my pattern now, okay? I feel like preparation is very important on the starting. So next, they say, first one, state alpha plus beta and alpha beta in terms of P and Q. You guys should know alpha plus beta exactly have a name called SOR. SOR stands for sum of root. Sum of root formula, right, is always x1 plus x2 because your roots you add together equivalent to negative b over a, guys. This is the formula. So now you guys all know the x1 is what? Alpha. You know the x2 is what? Beta. So isn't it alpha plus beta were equivalent to negative b over a? Where's your ABC? You well prepared here. So based on b, isn't it b is always whatever in front of x, which is 3 minus p. But remember, outside I have a negative, must put a bracket. And then my a is the one in front of x squared, which nothing there lah. Obviously cannot write 0 lah, nothing ma. It's invisible 1. So now negative, negative, positive, negative, negative, positive, negative, 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 positive. So guys, I already got it. My alpha plus beta is negative 3 plus p. Don't tell me teacher got unknown. God, because people asking us in terms of p and q. That's why I got p, quite normal. Next one, guys, they also want to find alpha beta. Alpha beta is a times relation. Times means product of roots. Product of roots, we always call it POR. POR also got formula. Alpha beta equivalent to C over A. Okay, all this not provided. Memorize yourself. So alpha, beta. Sorry, I shouldn't write alpha, beta equals to C over A. I should write x1 times x2 equals to C over A. That's always how the formula look like, okay? So that's why alpha times beta, because your x1, x2 now is alpha, beta, equals to C. Your C, anyone without x and x squared, everything there, the leftover all is straight away your C. So your C is negative 4 minus Q, correct? Over your A is 1. So alpha beta equals to negative 4 minus Q. Okay, I also got my alpha beta now. So after all this, let's move on. B2. B2, they say what? Let's move up. They say the roots of the, guys, keyword. Yeah lah, roots lah, my dear. I already said that one is the keyword. Okay, I write here. Roots again means x1, x2, okay? They say the roots of the quadratic equation. So guys, there's another equation like this. Okay? So this particular equation, now they say the roots is 2 over alpha and 2 over beta. Then what they want you to find? They want you to express P in terms of Q. So they want the answer P equals to blah, 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 Q. Okay, equation, yeah? So guys, again, how do I do it? Remember, guys, every questions, whenever they mention the word roots, 100% is using SOR, S-O-R-P-O-R, okay, my dear? So we're going to do S-O-R-P-O-R again. Don't tell me, teacher, I already did it. The one you did just now is for alpha, beta. Now, I put color for you. Just now, the roots you do is alpha, beta, and the alpha, beta equation is this blue one, correct? Now the one you do is 2 over alpha and 2 over beta. Isn't it? This is your equation. You see, equation different, roots different. What made you think that they are SOR, POR same? Of course, different lah. So need to do again. So my dear, now let's start from SOR again. So I repeat, SOR formula is x1 plus x2 equivalent to negative b over a. Okay, all I need to do is sub. So now I know the x1 is 2 over alpha. The x2 is 2 over beta, equivalent to negative b. So what is my A, B, C? Guys, I'm going to have a general form first. Don't look at this and tell me your B is R. I mean, like, yeah, your B is R, but you don't straight away tell me that one is a general form. Because general form must equals to 0. Yes, cannot forget one. Need to check one, my dear. Okay, so if you got equals to 0, okay, then it's more look like a general form lah. Then only you won't make any mistake, right? So now your B is what? R. Your A is what? Nothing there. 1. Can you guys all see that? So my dear, then until here, how do I continue? Just move around to continue lah. So first, these two. How do I plus them together? So guys, this one is plus, okay? Fraction plus fraction always need to make them same denominator. So this is alpha, this is beta. So quite obvious, the alpha, you can try to times beta. When you bottom times beta, need to be fair. So the top also you will times beta. Then this beta, you will times alpha. Where the bottom times alpha, the top also times alpha. So isn't it everyone over alpha beta now? Then 2 times beta, 2 beta. 2 times alpha, 2 alpha. Isn't it equals to negative r? Saw it, guys? Then until here, I aga can get the answer already. So my dear, you know why? Because I realized this is alpha beta. Feel like I can sub this in, correct? But the top one, I couldn't sub. Never mind. I wait for the top one. Because the top one is now 2 beta plus 2 alpha. I only got alpha plus beta without the 2. But the 2, you cannot make it disappear also. But then you can pull it out. Pull it out. So then you guys get beta plus alpha inside the bracket after you just pull the 2 out. So after you guys pull the 2 out, I think this alpha beta, you guys exactly can sub the yellow color one. Then this alpha plus beta, you guys exactly can sub this orange color one. Can you guys all see that? So 2 times negative 3 plus p over negative 4 minus q equals to negative r. Can you all see that, right, my dear? Then from here, I open bracket. So this one I times in negative 6 plus 2p over negative 4 minus q equals to negative r. I don't really think I want a negative r. So guys, I will try to move the negative away. Remember the negative, you try to throw it to that side, it will only affect the top one. Either affected the top or bottom lah. Okay, you're going to choose one side. Okay, you don't tell me everyone, teacher, everyone also change, Only one. Okay, you don't change. But normally you guys will time stop lah, okay, my dear, because whenever you times fraction, you always time stop. That's why I will time stop, yeah. Negative, negative, positive, positive, negative, negative. So the bottom still the same. Then until here, don't know how to do already. Too many unknowns, my dear. Don't give up. Never mind. Still got POR ma. Correct? So POR formula is x1 times x2 equivalent to C over A. So now again, it's time for you to sub. So guys, my x1, 2 over alpha, 2 over beta, again sub inside. 2 over alpha, 2 over beta. Then my C, now guys, luckily you guys move over the negative 10, the 10, because if not, you won't realize the C is actually R minus 10. Your A is 1. Fraction times fraction is a very easy thing lah. So guys, 2 times 2, 4. Alpha times beta, alpha, beta. No need what same denominator, no need one. Okay, this one only left R minus 10. This one easy because the alpha beta is whatever we prepared just now. Isn't it negative 4 minus Q equals to R minus 10. Saw it? From there, I try to find my single R also lah. So my dear, minus, move it over, become plus 10. Correct? Again, how do you guys combine the fraction? Make them same denominator. So guys, this 10, right? Nothing at the bottom you should know is over 1. So this denominator is 1. This denominator is negative 4 minus Q. Isn't it that denominator is different? Make them the same. How do you make them the same? You times. Isn't it you times negative 4 minus Q? Then the top also you times negative 4 minus Q. Saw it? Just try to make them the same so you can write them together in 1. Okay? So 4 here. 10 times negative 4, negative 40. 10 times negative Q, negative 10Q. Can all? I combine 4 minus 40, negative 36, minus 10Q over negative 4 minus Q equals to R. Okay. SOR, I try to get R. POR, I also try to get R. You know why I try to get R for both? Because the question asking me to express P in terms of Q. That means actually they never need R. So that's why the R need to disappear one. How do you make the R disappear? You use something to replace the R, then the R will disappear. That's why both sides I try to find the R. So I can call this equation 1, I can call this equation 2, and isn't it quite obvious? The 1 and 2 can be the same. I also R, you also R. What make you think that we are different since we are coming from the same questions? So that's why, guys, the equation 1R and the equation 2R, isn't it, will be the same. So luckily, just now I times the top. Can you see the denominator both same? Bye-bye. So my dear, I only left the top. So these questions want to find what? Express P in terms of Q. So only the P left here. The rest I move here. So plus 6, move it over minus 6. Negative 36 minus 6 is negative 42. Minus 10Q. Okay. So now every single one I divide by negative 2. So this one divided by negative 2, positive 21. This one divided by negative 2, positive 5Q. That. So guys, the answer I'm getting is P equals to 21 plus 5Q. Wow, we do a lot. Better give us a lot of marks. Okay. Okay, 5 marks, not bad. So my dear, you get this alpha plus beta, 1 marks. You get this alpha beta, 1 marks. But do you know the rest of them, where is the 3 marks? Let me show you, okay? This particular answer obviously got 1 mark, right? And maybe it will surprise you, but these two together worth 1. Actually, right, just now here, right? The working and this working worth 1. And these both answer also get 1. Okay, lah, I shouldn't confuse you. Okay, lah, we just say 1 and 1, okay? But the top one, alpha plus, you get the x1 plus x2 equals negative b over a, and the x1 times x2 equals to c over a. Like that, you get 1 for all of them, you know. And then you can combine them together. The moment you combine them together, and then you get 1. And then another 1 at the back. So 5 plus 2. The whole question's worth 7 marks. Doo-doo-doo. Done. Can, right? So far, so good. I hope you are still energetic, following me. I hope you do until here, you feel like, oh, not that hard. Well, okay, my dear, I hope you have this feeling, okay? Move on, question 6. Diagram. These questions are a lot of my students, when they do themselves, they tend to create their own information without the question saying like that. So that's why I repeat, don't create your own thing. They never say, that means it's not, okay, my dear. So now, diagram 3 this one shows a trapezium. Trapezium is like a rectangle, but one side slightly taller. We call it trapezium. FECA. So sector, my dear, sector. The moment I see sector, I know already. This question under Form 5, Chapter 1, circular measure again, talking about circle all the way. So my dear, usually all these kind of shape questions, right? I will take different color highlighter, try to highlight the shape out so I won't confuse it. Really will help one. You're going to trust me on that. So now they say sector ABHG, right, is a quadrant of a circle with center A. So guys, that means ABHG, okay, ABHG. Isn't it, guys? This blue color one is actually a quadrant with a center A. You know, the center is very important, you know, because then you know where is the radius, right? And most important is the word quadrant. Quadrant is what? Circle cut half called semicircle. Semicircle cut another half called quadrant. So quadrant 100% is 90 degree. Next, they even tell you AHD, okay, is an arc of a circle with center B or another center. So guys, AHD, center B. Isn't it this yellow color one is another pizza? So let me try to draw for you guys so you guys can see it. Okay, this yellow one is another pizza with center B, okay? Don't confuse. Next, it's given that G is the midpoint of AF. So guys, G is actually middle for both. So these two same. Next one, they also tell you that BC and CE is 8. So BC is 8. CE, now look carefully, CE is the whole line is 8. You know why my student wrong? They straight away tell me here 8. Hello. They where got tell you B is midpoint. Even they draw like 1, it doesn't mean they are midpoint. So don't simply do. Next, they also tell you CD equals to 3DE. Every single time you see this kind of information, they try to provide you ratio. Ratio always make them a fraction. So guys, let's make it a fraction, okay? So CD is here. Times DE, move it over, divide by DE. So my right side only left 3, and nothing at the bottom is always a 1. So guys, CD-DE ratio is actually 3 to 1. So CD 3. Here 3, DE 1. So here 1. So 3 plus 1, total ratio 4. And this 4 ratio for 8 cm. So 8 cm divided by 4. That means each ratio represent 2 cm. So that means, guys, E to D is 2 cm. And this one 3 ratio ma. 1 ratio 2 cm, 3 ratio 2 times 3, 6 cm. Okay? Okay, I shouldn't write like that. Here's 6 cm. Okay. Wait. 6 cm. Okay? So this one 6, the top 2 and the bottom 8. I repeat again. I'm a person who will prepare a lot before I do. You know, the moment I get 6 and 8, I will do one more thing. Because the 6 and 8, and then I suddenly saw a right angle triangle, and Mac's favorite shape. So right angle triangle always can do what? Pythagoras theorem. So guys, Pythagoras theorem, you can press calculator or you memorize before 3, 4, 5. That one can straight away know is 10 cm. But for those who don't know, never mind, I can do for you. So my dear, here is 8 cm, here is 6 cm. You want to find the slanted one. The slanted is always the longest one. So under Pythagoras theorem, isn't it the BD? It must be using the short one square plus the short one square root it, which I can straight away tell you is 10 cm lah. So guys, here is 10 cm. And you know, the moment you know BD 10 cm, you know a lot of things. Because BD, right, is the yellow color pizza. So for the yellow color pizza, this is the center. So if B to D is 10 cm, isn't it B to A also 10 cm? Because whenever you are a sector, your radius will remain constant. So here is 10 cm. And guys, when I know AB 10 cm, suddenly I know the blue color sector. The blue color sector is a pizza. So isn't it AB 10 cm? Isn't it AG is also 10 cm? And because G is the midpoint, again, I know the top also 10 cm. Wow, suddenly I know a lot. And if here 10, isn't it the whole line 20 cm now? So far, this is everything I can write before even the question asking things, okay? So next, they say pi using 3.142. Actually, for MX, always pi also using 3.142 lah, okay? So A, they say, find the angle CBD, okay, in red. Correct to 4 decimal places. Remember to write in 4 decimal places. So where's CBD? C, B, D. Do you guys realize is this particular angle here? So guys, how do I find this particular angle? Wait, let me remove this to here first. Because since we can use back the green color one. So guys, I realize CBD, right, is under the green color pizza, green color right angle triangle. So I'll focus on the green color right angle triangle. So just now we already know here is actually 10 cm. Okay, now we're going to find this particular angle. How do I find this angle? So under right angle triangle, you do learn some formula that can link to angle, which called SOHCAHTOA. So my dear, remember, angle opposite called opposite. 90-degree opposite called hypotenuse. And the last one called adjacent. Eventually, you can see every single side also you got. You like so, you can use so. You like ga, you can use ga. You like to, you can use to. Trust me, the answer will be the same one. So let's say I like so. So guys, so stand for sine theta equivalent to opposite over hypotenuse. So let me now sub inside. So sine, the angle I don't know. The opposite I already know is 6. The hypotenuse I already know is 10. So what is my theta answer? Move. So 6 divided by 10. Sine, move it over, shift sine. I guess getting 36.8699 degree. Remember, whenever come with sin cos tan, your answer is always a degree. But the questions, they say they want answer in exactly radian. How degree become radian? Isn't it we need to times pi over 180 degree? We need to times pi over 180 degree. Saw it? So my dear, the pi, remember to press 3.142 divided by 180. I guess getting 0.6436 since the questions want 4 decimal places. So remember, after the dot, you must have 4 digits. Done. How many marks they give you? 2 marks. So the SOHCAHTOA part, you will get 1 marks, and this answer, you guys will get 1 marks. Done. Can, right? Let's move on. B. So guys, B, what they say? B, they say, hence, calculate the perimeter of the shaded region. My dear, now they want to find the perimeter of the shaded region. Perimeter means what? Perimeter means all the line at the side. Wait, sorry. Shaded region. Okay. All the line at the side that's surrounding the shaded region, we call it perimeter. So guys, shaded region is this one. This one. Very weird shade. Tak tahu apa tu. So my dear, then how do we find this one? Okay, I draw for you. Make sense one. You see, this shape, I don't know, right? So isn't it is this one plus this one plus small one plus this one plus This one. But I don't know whether you can see. But guys, first one, this one is what? FG. FG, I think all of you guys know, 10 cm. We already right, correct? And then this one, you know, is which one? FE. FE legit don't have. Then how do we find FE? Oh? Don't forget that FE, isn't it, is under the whole thing. The whole thing is actually what shape? Trapezium. So guys, whenever they're trapezium, actually it's very easy to have right angle triangle. You know why? Because trapezium, right, is always a rectangle. One side taller become trapezium. So actually the taller part, you just cut it out, cut out the bottom rectangle out. Then the top part, you guys will get a right angle triangle. So that's why when I look at this, right, I know until E, right? So E connect over. See, this would be how the rectangle, right angle triangle look like. Then how do I find it out there, my dear? So let me, because now it's very messy inside, I scared you guys couldn't see it. I draw one version here. Okay. You guys all know the right side is 8 cm. You all know the left side whole thing is 20 cm. And actually for the bottom, right, 10 plus 8, isn't it? Bottom is 18 cm. Okay, you know here 18 as well, correct? So whenever from a trapezium, you need a right angle triangle, you will cut over the 8 cm. That means that bottom, you will make it the same thickness. That means you will cut away a rectangle. So if here 8 cm, isn't it here 8? So if here 8, the whole thing is 20, the bottom is 8, isn't it? The top only left 12. So can you guys see my right angle triangle? So my right angle triangle, here 8, so 20. Wait, I want to sneeze. Okay, after I say it, I don't have it anymore. So my dear, the whole thing is 20. The bottom is 8. The top left 20 lor, left 12 lor. 20 minus 8, isn't it 12, correct? And the bottom is 18. So now I want to find this one. Is a problem, eh? No. Right angle triangle ma, our favorite ma, my dear. Isn't it can use Pythagoras theorem now. So now again, this part, isn't it using 12 square plus 18 square? Okay, I shouldn't write so ugly because I think this one got marks. So guys, FE. Remember, here to here is FE. So isn't it FE is 12 square plus 18 square because it's hypotenuse, and then square root it. Should be able to get the answer. 12 square plus 18 square, square root it. Decimal. 21.6333. You want to write how many decimal? I didn't control you, but I will highly recommend you to write 4 decimal places. The more you write, the more accurate your answer is, okay? Next one, this short one, just in case you guys don't know, this short one is E to D. Okay, you can see this? Then the shaded region still got this part, right? So E to D, this E to D is 2 cm, okay? Plus, then this 2 curve, I put color for you. This first curve is the yellow one. Okay, another one is under the blue one. I scared you guys cannot see. I shade for you guys, my dear. So this one actually, both of them end with H. See, their intersection is at H here. Okay, you guys see it? So I will connect H downwards to B. Then you guys all can see that the yellow color one is using this yellow one. Quite easy to see. The yellow one is this yellow one, okay? Then how do we find the curve part? The curve part have a name, called R. R is called what? S. What is S formula? S equals to R theta. So guys, we're going to just use R theta. This one also R. So the next one also S equals to R theta. But of course, you need to know what R to sub, what theta to sub. Okay. So now this one, I add them together first. Okay, I get 33.6333 plus, okay, look carefully. This one is under the yellow one. Under the yellow color one, guys, the R is what? 10 cm. Okay, it's 10. Then how about the angle? Now look carefully, like that. The R, okay? The angle, guys, is this part. This angle, I don't really have it. If I don't really have it, then how do I find it out? Can find one, you got to trust me, okay? So guys, how do we find it out? Okay. Maybe I should draw another one so that you guys can see carefully, okay? So this theta, maybe you tell me, oh, teacher, I don't know how to find. But guys, you can look at the blue one. Do you know your blue color sector, right? It's like that. Okay, can you see this blue color one? This blue color one is, okay, I should put a light blue. This one. Wait, I make it bigger, okay? Can you see this light blue? This light blue, light blue, okay? End with H. So since they end with H, the H, I can connect to the center again, correct? So wait, I put color for you so you guys can all see that. This is my blue color sector. So the yellow color sector is that one. The blue color sector, I should refer to this. Okay, my dear. Then after I draw all this out, right, I suddenly saw a shape. What shape can you see? I don't know whether you answer correctly, but you guys should be able to see equilateral triangle. Why are you guys able to see equilateral triangle? Because guys, isn't it this is a 10 cm, correct? And this 10 cm is under the blue pizza. Under the blue pizza, this also the radius, so also 10 cm. Am I right? Then this one is 10 cm under the yellow pizza. Under the yellow pizza, this is the center, correct? Then the center go towards here. Also is the radius, right? Which is also 10 cm. So it means that here is 10, here is 10, here is 10. That means this is a equilateral triangle. And equilateral triangle bring you a lot of information because they are equal all the side. Their angle also equal all the side, which means all of their angle will be 60 degree. Can you guys all see that? So the red color one is 60. The black color one, just now we found 36.8699. Now you want to find the blue one. Is it a problem? No. One line is 180 degree. Isn't it 180 minus the 60 minus the 36.8699? Maybe I shouldn't put here. No space. Right there. 180 equals to 6 minus 60 minus 36.8699. Okay. 180 minus 60 minus 36.8699. Are you guys getting? Oh, 83.1301 degree. Can, right? So guys, remember, this 83.1301 need to change to red, yeah? Because there's no sin constant. Must always change it to red, okay? Then we continue plus the blue one. Haven't do the blue one, please. The blue one, what is the blue one R? The blue R is still 10. Okay? Then the blue angle, nah, guys. The blue angle is here. Look, this is the blue color pizza. Isn't it the angle should be here? How to find this one? Not that hard because this is a quadrant. So this is already 90 degree. So this part 90, the red color one 60. Then guys, the blue color one is only 90 minus 60 or the blue one 30. Haha, quite straightforward. Cannot? So guys, isn't it 30? Gonna change it to red again. Remember all the pi gonna press 3.142. If you scared you confused, you better press one by one. 83.1301 times 3.142 divided by 180 times 10. Okay, 14.5108. 30 times 3.142 divided by 180 times 10. 5.2367. Do I press wrongly? Wait, I'm gonna make sure I press correctly. Yep. So plus this, plus all the answer together. Are you guys getting 53.3808? 53.3808 is a length, right? Right, cm. Done. I know we do a lot, but it's not hard to understand. And you just don't confuse, put some color, own more highlighter. I feel like it's helping. I always use highlighter to help me and I have try to draw it out. So guys, this one worth 4 marks. So where's the 4 marks? So just now when you're able to do this one, right, they give you 1 marks. This answer obviously 1 marks, okay? This particular working with all the side working here, okay? So all this worth 2 marks. All these particular things that you write all the step out. But of course, all these like what angle minus what angle, oh sorry lah, that one no marks lah, okay, my dear. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, this whole question worth 6 marks. Okay now. Okay. Okay, question 7. Question 7, they say diagram 4 shows the location of 4 stations in the school field on the Cartesian plane, such that PCDE is a parallelogram. You know what's parallelogram, right, guys? Parallelogram, right, is like a rectangle. So whenever you're a rectangle and then you want to fall down, but you're really not having fall down, not having completely fall down yet, we always call it parallelogram. So parallelogram, that means here and here definitely is parallel. Here and here definitely is parallel, okay? So A, they say, state the value of this the moment you look at it. I think all of you guys straight away know this is under Form 4, Chapter 8. Yes, vector. So guys, this vector, okay, how do we do it? So the moment I look at it, I think first thing first, you guys need to know what is this thing. This two-line thing. So I hope you guys have the basic. So this two-line thing, right? Under this particular chapter vector, we always call it magnitude. Magnitude means distance. Distance means how long they are. So guys, magnitude actually do have a formula. But this one, maybe you need formula if you have the vector, but if you don't have it, let's have a look of it first, okay? So now these questions, they say ED. ED, guys, that means E go to D, okay? Then DB, that means after E go to D, your D will go to B. Then after that, BE, that means B go to E. So guys, the sequence is very important. That means E, you go to D, D, you go to B, B, you come to E. So do you realize after this one whole round of walking past through, that means you start from E, you also end with E. Because you see, D and D, same alphabet. B and B, same alphabet. So they connected one. So that means they start from E, they end with E. So guys, if they start from E, they end with E, isn't it? That means they become EE. So EE, that means what? That means I start from E, I end with E. Actually, do I move? No. Then if I didn't move, do I have any distance? No. So the answer is 0. That 1 marks. Easy or not? You get 0, and then you guys will just get the 1 marks, okay? The next one. Wait, next. Okay, sorry, things happen. Okay, let's move on. B. B, they say, a path from station E to station D is parallel to x-axis. So guys, they try to tell you E to D is parallel to x-axis. That means this line is definitely horizontal, correct? And the displacement is 11 meter. Displacement, that means the distance between them is 11 meter. Okay, that's what they try to say lah. So next, they say, using vector triangle law. So vector triangle law, later on I tell you what is vector triangle law, but definitely vector triangle law is an equation that come with 3 lines, because triangle definitely got 3 lines, right? So it's like, for example, ABC. So this ABC is a triangle, so whenever it's vector triangle law, you can write AB equivalent to AC plus CB. Isn't it quite make sense? You think about it. AB is A go to B, and then AC is A go to C plus CB, that means C go to B. So isn't it A go to C, C go to B, seriously same equivalent to AB? This is the meaning of triangle law. Okay, so next they say, find the resultant vector from station E to station C. So guys, now they want to find the vector from E to C. E to C is actually this blue color line. Okay, this blue color line. They want to find this. E to C, okay? So guys, how do I find E to C? So of course, if you guys can write more vector out, can write more informations out, you guys should write it out. So guys, first thing first, this coordinate is 1, 1. That means if I come down here, here will be 1. If I look horizontally, here will be 1 also, correct? And because they say, right, this particular line is parallel to this line. So that means definitely the ED line is at a height of 1. So if you are at a height of 1, that means this D, isn't it? Is definitely something 1. That means the y-axis is definitely 1. Then the x coordinate, I think I know also, because this is 1 and your gap is 11. 1 plus 11, isn't it? That means this is 12. So I think the d coordinate is actually 12, 1. Okay, my dear. So you do have E, you do have D, you do have B, okay? Then now you want to find C. But will you write the coordinate C out? No, because they never ask for the coordinate. They just want you to use vector triangle law. So my dear, I do the B here. So what can I do for E to C? So this question actually want to find E to C. Okay, so how do I find E to C, my dear? I can actually from E go to D, D go to C. Or I can E go to B, B go to C also can. So it just depends on you. So let's say I'm doing E go to B, B go to C. Now, this is definitely a triangle, a vector triangle law. See, I start from E, I end with C. This one also, I start from E, I also end with C. Isn't it? They are totally the same thing, correct? So now I want to find EC. So first, I must have vector E to B. Okay, for this, for you guys to understand, I hope you guys have basic about this, okay? Vector, right? You either can write in IJ form or matrix form, okay? And I always represent you walk horizontally. J always represent you walk vertically, okay? So give you some example. Like for example, let's say this is origin. Origin, of course, is kosong kosong lah, 0, 0, right? Let's say there's a coordinate A here called 2, 3, okay? So guys, if I want the vector O go to A, it will be what, 2i plus 3j. Why it will be 2i plus 3j? Because it means that from O, I walk to A, okay? I need to walk right side 2 step, which is quite obvious. I really need to walk right side 2 step to reach the number of 2, correct? Then I need to walk up 3 step to reach a height of 3. That's why it's 3j. So definitely you walk right side is positive. You walk left side is negative. When you walk up, it's positive. When you walk down, it's negative, okay? So guys, with this understanding, now, don't tell me, teacher, I don't have EB vector. You don't have, never mind. You can find yourself. Because, guys, this particular coordinate is 5. This is 11, correct? So if I ask you, E go to B, what is the vector? You can manually count. So, guys, 1, if I want to go to 5, quite obvious, that means I walk right side, 4 step. Okay, so it's 4i, correct? After that, then how about the J? So this is height of 1, this is height of 11. So isn't it, that means I need to walk 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I need to walk 10 step up, only I will reach 11. So I walk up, right? So it's 10J. So guys, this E equal to B is walk right side 4 step, walk up 10 step, okay? Then next, how about BC? So guys, how do I find B to C? So B to C, I realize when you look at it, B to C, not really need to walk up, down, just need to walk right side. Walk right side, how many steps? So guys, because they are parallelogram, so this one is 11 meter. Isn't it here definitely also 11 meter? Correct? So that means this one definitely you're going to walk right side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Need to walk 11 steps to the right side. Isn't it 11i? Don't write 11J, my dear, because I is walk horizontally, J is walk vertically. So now combine them together. Isn't it the answer? 15I plus 10J. That means overall, I will walk 15 right side, walk up 5 steps, and then I will reach the C. Okay, my dear? So this is the B answer, worth 2 marks. This working 1 marks, this working 1 marks, 2 marks, okay? Next, let's move on C. Okay, C slightly different. They say a boy. Okay, suddenly got a story already, a boy, okay? Run from station E to a cone K. So K, they never draw, so definitely you don't know where is it, you can simply draw. So now the boy run from E to K, okay? Okay, never mind, I put it here. Run from E to K, okay? E is what coordinate? Just now we already know, 1, 1. 1, 1. K is 5P. Okay, so this boy ran from E to K with a constant velocity of 3i plus 4j meter per second. Guys, 3i plus 4j meter per second, that means walk right side 3 step, walk up 4 step. I think that is how sengit you are. All right, my dear. And this step, do it means that, oh, you walk 3i plus 4j, then you reach K? No, because the unit tell you that they are meter per second. That means every 1 second, you're going to walk right side 3 step, walk up 4 step. That means you will walk 1 step up, sengit like this. Okay, that means this particular one is for 1 second. So my dear, then how many seconds reach K? Actually, we don't know. That's why they say he take T second to reach the cone. So guys, T second is how many seconds? We don't know. So let's, for example, say, that means 1 second you walk like that. Then 2 seconds you walk like that. 3 seconds you reach. Okay, then this one is 3 seconds. Then if like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, if it's smaller lah, then maybe I need 5 seconds to reach. So guys, we don't even know how many 3i plus 4j we have, but definitely you know it's like a few lah for you guys to reach up. Okay, so all this is 3i plus 4j. Okay, next, based on the given information, write a vector equation in terms of T and P. So guys, they want me to write an equation that represent T and represent P, okay? So I need an equation that got time, that got the coordinate P also. So guys, then how do you guys do this? So guys, same thing one. The questions only tell me coordinate E, only tell me coordinate K, and now they tell you that when I go up, is 3i plus 4j. But this 3i plus 4j is meter per second. And it depends on how many seconds you use. And now they tell you they're using T second, correct? So how do you suddenly form an equation? Actually, to be honest, under this chapter of vector, right, whenever you want to form an equation out, or like from nothing to something, always is using vector triangle rule. So this one, maybe you tell me, teacher, how to have vector triangle rule? Teacher, this one should involve what? Should I involve a B, C, D? No, you shouldn't involve all of them because I don't even have any information that relate B to E, B to D, C to E, C to D. I don't have, my dear. B to E, B to K. C to E, C to K? No, because I don't have any information that link to K, correct? So what else you guys should know, my dear? Let's come back to this example. Can you guys see this basic that you guys should know? Whenever your coordinate is 2, 3, right? Do you know that your O go to A is definitely copy and paste your coordinate? That means now actually I no need to draw. If I tell you the B coordinate now is 4, 5, you can straight away tell me OB is what? Correct. 4i plus 5j. Because O is origin, right? So whenever you start from origin, you go to any coordinate, you can just copy and paste your coordinate because your coordinate will tell me your right side or left side, up or down. So it's like can straight away copy and paste one. So that's why these particular C questions, okay, they never mention B, C, D. I no need to look at them. I only got E, K, and the journey between, correct? So I want to form an equation to link them together, which I cannot simply form it out, correct? Then what I can write? I repeat again. I can write vector triangle law. So what can I write? Okay, let's say I want to write EK. So guys, EK will equals to what? So isn't it that means you must start from E, go to somewhere, and then from the somewhere go to K, correct? So I repeat, I don't have anything I know about them to link to B, C, D, but I think I can link them to O because O isn't it origin. So you guys see, this one is OE, this one is OK. Okay, so isn't it like that? Okay, I imagine O myself because O is always origin, right? O is always 0, 0. So if I imagine myself, isn't it I exactly got a triangle? Then you know what I can write? So EK, I can write become EO plus OK. Make sense or not? Make sense what? Because guys, EK is like this. Isn't it EO? Sorry. EO, isn't it coming down? OK, isn't it coming up? I come down, I come up. I come down, I go up. Do I reach K after that? Yes. That means this triangle, vector triangle law is correct. So after they correct, now what can I write? So first, I need to write EO. How do I write EO? I already said, my dear, you cannot write EO, but you can write OE. So O is always 0, 0. Then your E coordinate is 1, 1. That means you are 1i plus 1j, which of course we can just write I plus j. And then can I write OK out? Can also, because K coordinate is 5p, right? So O is 0, 0. 0, 0 go to anywhere. It's just copy and paste the coordinate. Isn't it 5i plus pj? Okay, I got OK also. OE I got, OK I got. I think now I can put inside law. So EO is the value of OE. So positive become negative. Both positive become both negative. Then OK will be 5i plus pj. Okay, so guys, the right side I done. Then how about the left side? So my dear, all the one I done is EO, okay, so everything relate to O. Then EK is just the pink color one. So the pink color one, actually E go to K. How do I walk? Ne? I walk 3i plus 4j. But I repeat, you cannot just write 3i plus 4j because 3i plus 4j is for 1 second. So 1 second is 1 3i plus 4j. If 2 seconds, 2 times 3i plus 4j. 3 seconds, 3 times 3i plus 4j. So now how many seconds you use? T second. Isn't it that means T times 3i plus 4j? Okay, isn't it up to here? Now, let me try to combine those, whatever I can combine. So this one I expand first. 3ti plus 4tj. Remember, always the I and j with the wave, always put at the back. Okay, so negative 1 plus 5, positive 4. Okay, then the j and the j need to combine them into 1j. How do you combine them? Factorize it out. So guys, this j, if I pull out, left in front a negative. No number there, that means negative 1. Here in front, I just left a p. Okay, isn't it? This is exactly what I left. Can you see that? So they just want me to write a vector equation in terms of t and p. So actually on this moment, I already got the equation that inside got t, inside got p. But don't stop there because the question continue to ask me to find the t and ask me to find the p. So how do I find the t and the p? So under vector this chapter, you will always get like I and j, okay? Most important is left side get 1, right side get 1, then you get to compare. So left side got 1i, right side got 1i. The one in front of I and the one in front of I should be the same. So isn't it 3t should equivalent to 4? So from here, I know that t equivalent to 4 over 3. See? Now I know the time taken from E go to K is like 1.33 seconds. Okay? Then continue. The left side got 1j, the right side got 1j. The one in front of j and the one in front of j again should be the same. Okay? So isn't it 4t equivalent to negative 1 plus p? So you guys already get your t answer, which is 4 over 3. So can sub inside. So 16 over 3 equivalent to negative 1 plus P. I think I can get my P answer now. So 16 over 3 plus 1. Got the answer. 19 over 3. Yay! That 3 marks, my dear. The moment you can get the equation, they give you 1 marks, okay? And then the moment you can get your T answer, 1 marks, you can get your P answer, 1 marks. So 3, 2, 1. Altogether, this question worth 6. That. Can, right? I move on lah. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That. Next, 8. Diagram 5, this one shows a straight line AB. Yep, I can see that. It's given that point B divides the line segment AC in the ratio MN such that C is actually RS. Derive the formula of point dividing the line segment. They give you 2 marks. So guys, these questions is under Form 4, Chapter 7, yes, coordinate geometry, okay? Derive formula is not really always will come out, but they might come out. So you do a lot of state paper, eventually you will be able to touch every single type of derived formula. And in my YouTube channel, I do have 2 video talking about derived formula also, but derived formula got too many. So that video is not about everything. So you need to know about everything. You need to go and do more practice lah, okay? So now this one, they want to derive a formula of point dividing the line segment, okay? So now I read back, they say it's given that there's a point B, okay? This B, go and divide A and C. So you see the B is here. So the B go and divides A and C. That means originally the line, one side called A, one side called C, and then B go and divides people. So I think the line may be like that, longer a bit, okay? This is C. So B go and divides A and C in the ratio M and N. So they mention A first, only mention C. So the A part will be M. The C part will be N, okay? Such that they say this C coordinate is what? RS, okay, right there. So now they want you to derive the formula of point dividing the line segment. If your basic is good, right, you guys should know whenever you think about midpoint, you will remember midpoint formula. But whenever you are not middle, but you have a ratio with it, isn't it you should think about this formula? XY equivalent to nx1 plus mx2 over n plus m, ny1 plus my2 over n plus m. See, this is the formula usually you will use whenever they have ratio. All right. So actually now this question asks you to what? Asks you to derive this formula out. How do I derive this formula out? Okay, it's not very hard one because after all, guys, they are they are ratio, correct? So since they are ratio, do you guys still remember? Ratio can always write as a fraction. Okay. So I do for you guys, okay, very understandable one, okay? So of course, you don't want to confuse, right? You see, you look at the formula. The formula, isn't it X is one thing, Y is one thing. It's not like X and Y will write together, correct? So when you try to derive it, also don't mix them out, okay? You do the Y first, or maybe you do the X first. Okay, let's say I do the Y first, okay? So now I know the ratio is M and N, okay? So this one M, this one N. So guys, the M is for the top one. So the top one, isn't it, is here to here. Okay, if I'm focusing on their Y coordinate. So isn't it this M is talking about the jarak from A to B. So whenever we're talking about the distance, isn't it is using one of it minus another one, we can get the distance, correct? So remember, you decided to use the top minus the bottom, then everything use the top minus the bottom. So when I look at AB, the top Y is Q. Eh? Yeah. Suddenly my pen not working. Not sure why. Eh? Wait lah. Hello guys, I'm back. You know what happened? My pen no more battery. I've been charging it. Okay, I continue. So my dear, you guys just need to use your Y2 minus your Y1 to get the gap in between. So this Y is Q, this Y is Y. So isn't it Q minus Y? Remember, if you're using the top minus the bottom, the rest must using the top minus the bottom. So for the N part, isn't it should use the Y minus the S then? Remember every single thing doing the Y, okay? Don't suddenly do the X, okay, my dear? Then now I think I can cross multiply it, try to blend them together. So N times Q. Don't tell me, teacher, how you know you need to blend them together. Guys, our future answer I already show you. You need to have a single X, single Y. not single m, single n. Of course, I need to blend them together. So I cross multiply, yeah? So n times q. Okay, now I write nicely. N times q minus y equals to m times y minus s. Okay, you see it? I open bracket, nq minus ny. Open bracket, my minus ms. Maybe halfway you don't know what you're doing, but I repeat again. Derive formula, right? You always already know what is your formula. So you keep looking at your future formula, then you know what you want to do. So based on my future formula, I know I need a single x, a single y. So how do I have single x, single y? Of course, now I don't have x because I've been doing y so far. So suddenly this is y, this is y. Let's try to combine them together. Always choose the positive side to combine. So guys, I choose the right side. Yeah? So this one is my minus ny, move it over plus ny. So all the y, I move it to the right. Then all the non-y, I move it to the other side. So this is nq. So minus ms, move it over plus ms, correct? And guys, we want single y. How do we make it single? Factorize it. See, after we factorize it, then we can move the whole thing over. Times, move it over, divide. See, we got our single y. So after we get the y part, now need to do the x part. Let's do the x part, yeah? So same thing, ratio always write as a fraction, okay? So now I decided to write m on top. So this one I will focus on m, but only the x part. So the x here is p, the x here is x. Isn't it p minus x? Then now I do the n part. The n part, remember, the x here is x, the x here is r. Isn't it x minus r? Okay, so all this is focusing on x. Then do the same thing again, we cross multiply it. Try to blend them together. So n times p, n p, n times n, n times x, n x, m times x, mx, n times r, mr. And what we want? We want a single x or maybe single y. So this one is mx. I move this over to make all my x to the right side. Then all the non-x, I move it to the left side, which is mp. Minus mr, move it over plus mr. So guys, I just want single x. So I pull out the x and the m plus n is alone there. So you see times, move it over, become divide. Okay, just like that, I got my single x now. So guys, once you have the single x, single y, you can write them together like the equation, okay? So you see x, y. So the x is this thing, np plus mr over m plus n. Okay, the y is this thing, nq plus ms over m plus n. Just like that, done. We done derive the formula. And you see the formula really look like what? See this one xy, this one xy, and this xy is always represent the middle one. Correct, right? And then you see, okay, I show you, this one NP. Maybe you tell me, but teacher, this one is NX1, correct, meh? Do you remember how to apply the formula? The N need to times the opposite one. So NP, do I times the opposite one? Yes, I do. Then MR is N times this R, and then divide by M plus N. Isn't it every single thing makes sense compared to our normal formula? Then you know this answer is totally a correct one. That can, my dear? So how many marks you guys getting? 2 marks. So guys, the moment you guys can derive the formula out, sorry, wrong pen. Derive the formula out, 1 mark, okay? And then when you're using this starting, they give you 1 marks. Provided you can write it out. So just imagine you couldn't do it. You just write that ratio thing out, you also get 1 marks, okay? So 2 marks so far. Let's move on. B. B, they say, given that A is 3, 2, B is 6, 0. So guys, A now you know is actually 3, 2. B is actually 6, 0. So they do have a coordinate for you lah, okay? Then next they say, first, state the range of R and S if M need to smaller and equals to N. So guys, they want to find what? Range. Remember, range, your answer should have bigger, smaller sign, okay? Then they say for the R and the S, okay? Then the only thing they tell you is your M now need to smaller and equals to N. Okay, so guys, how do I do the M and the N? Okay, first, okay, I tell you, okay, my dear, this question, a lot of people very confused. They don't understand the questions. Actually, I don't even understand the question as well. But you guys can write out because, okay, they only tell you M smaller than N. So M is the ratio. So that means this ratio is definitely smaller than this ratio. So guys, think twice. This ratio is smaller than this ratio. Isn't it? That means this distance is definitely smaller than this distance, correct? Then just find the distance out. Just now, everything you did is distant. Then, of course, you can use the same thing to do. Then now they want to find R and S, okay? So now, okay, let's say I focus on the Y. So when I focus on the y, right, I know the distance for m is actually 2 minus 0. Isn't it? That's what we did just now, correct? So the m is 2 minus 0. Then for the n distance, the n distance isn't it here? Okay, under the y, because I'm doing y, 2 minus 0 is y, right? So this one, y is 0 minus s. Isn't it 0 minus s? Just like that, I suddenly realized I already got the S answer because this equation, after I write out, when I'm focusing on only coordinate y, I only have unknown s there. So I think I can find the S answer out. See, negative s bigger and equals to 2. So you can move the negative over, but remember, if you really want to move the negative over, normally I won't. I will move the things over to make it positive. But let's say you want to move the negative over, can become negative 2. Then you must remember negative. When you move it over, that means you times negative or you divide by negative because definitely it's not a plus minus. Then your sign must terbalik. Don't forget to terbalik. You forget to terbalik, that gone case lah, okay? So now you know all S need to lesser and equals to negative 2. Then how do we get R? Same concept. Because you also know M smaller and equals to N. So just now you're focusing on coordinate Y. Now let's try to focus on coordinate X. So for coordinate X, the M is here minus here. The X is 3, this X is 6. Isn't it? 3 minus 6. Then for the N, this one minus this one. The x here is 6, the x here is 6, the x here is r. Isn't it 6 minus r? Okay, so my dear, this one, negative 3, 6 minus r. Okay, my dear, so again, the plus 6, move it over minus 6, negative 9, lesser and equals to negative r. You see, both sides also got negative, isn't it? Can cut. But do you know there's no such thing called cut? When you cut them, that means you every single one you times negative. So I repeat again, whenever you times or you divide a negative, your sign must terbalik. That's why the final answer is R, lesser and equals to 9. Done. See, this is the two answer. So guys, you guys getting what? 2 marks from here. So this one you get 1 marks, this one you get 1 marks, 2 marks, okay? Next one, 2. Then they say fine. Find the value of P if the straight line x over 6 plus y over P is parallel to AB. So guys, now they want to find P. Okay, when I read the sentence, I think the keyword is parallel. Parallel, that means these two straight line is like that. This one called parallel, okay? So one of the straight line is x over 6 plus y over P equals to 1. Another one is who? Another one is actually AB. So they already tell you the A coordinate is 3, 2, the P coordinate is 6, 0. Okay, I hope you guys all remember whenever they say parallel, that means they are having the very good same gradient. Isn't it? They're having the same gradient. So anything also you don't concern, you only concern about their gradient. So guys, then we can find the gradient for AB by ourselves. So just now we just did, I think you guys remember, gradient formula, y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. 3 minus 6. So guys, do you guys get negative 2 over 3 for the gradient here, correct? Then how about another one? Then another one, you can try to move around until they look like y equivalent to mx plus c. I think this is the easiest way to understand because actually this is an intercept form. You can straight away using negative y-intercept over x-intercept. But I scared our basic is not that strong, never mind. We do something that all of you guys know how to do, which is make it y equivalent to mx plus c. So plus, move it over a minus. Okay, I said, and don't like because you want y equals to mx plus c. Obviously, you don't want the p, right? So divide by p, move it over times p. Okay, maybe I should move this thing here. Okay, so everyone here, we times p, okay? Y over p times p, no more p. This one times p, negative px over 6. Remember, when you times p, only the top times p. Then 1 times p, 1p. Now, my dear, isn't it look like y equals to mx plus c? Just in case you guys cannot really look at it, cannot really see the m, I put 2 brackets for you. So you know you want y equals to mx plus c. So the x is alone. So just imagine the formula, the fraction. If you pull out the x out, isn't it just left negative p over 6 inside? Correct? Okay, I think now I have it. So I know the gradient for AB is this. I know the gradient for this straight line is this. So these two gradients should be what? Should be the same because M1 equals to M2. So based on M1 equals to M2, I know your gradient and my gradient will be the same. So is it negative, negative? No more. So guys, don't tell me, teacher, isn't it you say cannot cut, you say times negative. Okay, I times negative. The guys, then this one times negative. Don't tell me, teacher, why you never terbalik the sign? Because the sign is equal. Equal terbalik is still equal, no different. So now, want to get a P answer? Divide, move up times. I guess getting P answer equivalent to 4. That another 2 marks from here. So guys, you can get the P, of course, is 1 marks. And the moment you can write M1 equals to M2, you will get another 1 marks. That means not just M1 equals to M2, but you really writing out the gradient for the first one, equivalent to the gradient for the second one, then you guys will get another 1 marks, okay? So 4 plus 2, this whole question worth 6 marks. That. Can 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stick with me, Next, question 9. Diagram 6 shows a shaded region bounded by the curve. Okay, guys, there's a curve. And y equal to, wait, there's a curve. Okay, you guys all can see this is a curve. Okay, y equals to gx, which is this one. Okay, and a straight line, x equals to 2. And this is the straight line, x equals to 2. So 1, 2, 3. Can you see these 3 things? Surrounded the shaded region, okay? Next one, the curve intersect at A. So this curve and this curve intersect each other at this coordinate called A, okay? So next, they say, it's given that the area, guys, the moment you see area, you should know this question under Form 5, Chapter 3, integration, okay? So now they say the area under the curve, y equals to gx, is represented by this. You know where is area under the curve? Wait, I highlight for you, area, okay? Under the curve, y equals to gx. So guys, gx is here. Under should be here. Can you guys see? This is the yellow color one. So this yellow color one, they try to tell me is this one. Wait, put nicely for you guys. Okay, so this one is the yellow color one. The area for this, okay? So before I start, every single flying point, I always tell my students put a dot line, like just now how we put also, my dear. Easier for you guys to view it, okay? So you know the bottom is 1 and 2, okay? So these questions, if you want to understand this, okay, you need to, again, have a very strong basic, okay? This under this particular chapter, wherever you want to find area, there's only 2 ways to find, either using dx or using dy. So now this particular shaded region, like can you see the yellow color one? This particular shaded region is stick on axis. Can you guys see that? So when they stick on axis, you guys should be using dx. Dx in front should put xx, inside should put y. My channel do I have it? Yes, my channel do have video talking about integration, area, and volume. You can watch it if you don't understand it, okay? So my dear, the area formula is actually like that, okay? So you see, my dear, now you guys know that the area they put, okay? Okay, I should tell you more process first, okay? So when I know about this yellow color area, the area under curve gx, you imagine now, if I don't have this answer, okay, when I look at the yellow color one, how do I do it? So remember, these 2 coordinate is for you guys to put the starting and the ending of your yellow color part. So now your yellow color part, the x-axis value start from 1, end with 2. So it's always the bigger number on top, smaller number at the bottom, okay? In between, you should start a y. So this particular yellow part, isn't it, is under this curve. So this curve, the y call what? Gx and then dx. Can you see it? Okay. So this is what you guys have. Then after that, what is your next step? Actually, your next step, you should start to integrate it. So you should integrate your gx. Don't tell me, teacher, g prime x. No, that one called differentiate. This one is integrate. So guys, I put a symbol like that just to try to tell you, you from here come to here, you are doing integration. Okay. That means when you are here, come back to here, you are doing differentiation. Correct, my dear? Gx go to the bottom one is actually using integrate because they do have a symbol like that, right? So that means Gx go to this bottom one is integrate. So if I go backwards, it's actually differentiate. So now, okay, now these questions A want me to find the equation for Gx. So do you realize they want me to find the equation, which is the original one? And now, isn't it the one they provide is the bottom one? So based on what I purposely write for you, they give you the bottom one, ask for the gx, that means from the bottom, go back to the gx. So remember, gx go to this one is integrate. Then this green color one go to this blue color one, differentiate. So that's why, guys, now what you have is this one. This is the one after integrate. So if you really want your gx, you need to differentiate from this thing, okay, my dear? So this thing don't have a name, okay? Just differentiate it. They don't even have a working marks for that because only 1 mark. So it's just the final marks, my dear. So here is 1. 3 times -1, -3. Power minus 1, 2. 2 times 4, 8. Power minus 1, 1. 1 times -4, -4. Power minus 1, no more x. Just like that. You able to get write this out, you get 1 mark. Easy, right? These are actually quite easy, but a lot of my students, they WhatsApp me, and because they don't really get the idea of this. So I really think you need to get the idea of, you need to remember how you normally do it. Now you're just doing backwards, okay? So that's why basic need to be strong because they like to come out in a reverse thinking, okay? I want to say technology, rather. So B, they say, find the area of the shaded region. So guys, now they're going to find the area of the shaded region. So now you guys can all look, the shaded region look super weird. I don't even know what shape is that. So obviously I don't know how to find this. And most important, this shaded region is not stick on x-axis or stick on y-axis. You must fully stick, only you can find. So this one I always tell my student call flying. So flying question, always how you guys do it, using big minus small. I repeat again, everything I say, if you don't understand, that's because that's the way I teach my own students, okay? So big minus small. So guys, big one is what? Quite obvious is this one. Until here, this is big, okay? Minus, this is small. I show you, you see, you using this. If you minus off this, isn't it you legit get back that particular, what do it look like? It look like a shower head. Okay, I don't know, okay, my dear, it look like that shape, okay? It look like, I don't know, okay, look like that shape, okay? So big minus small, isn't it? It worked. So why this big minus small can find? Because this one fully stick on X, this one also fully stick on X. I can only find those who are fully stick. So when you fully stick on X, you're using dx. In front put XX, inside put Y. And for this one, guys, this one is actually the yellow one. So if it's the yellow one, I don't think I need to purposely write anything. I can just copy back. I can use it like straight away. Okay, the back one no need lah, but the front one need to do lah. So the front one, what should I do? So guys, there are 1 to 2 also. So that's why 2 on top, 1 at the bottom. Then don't tell me, teacher, then same as just now, lor. No. This one, because it's under gx, under the curve gx. So inside you will sub gx. But for this shape here, this one is the purple one. Okay. Now we are using purple minus yellow. Okay, see that? So the purple color one, they are not under gx. They are under y. And what is their y equation? This is their y equation. X cubed minus 6x squared plus 12x minus 6. There. The whole thing, you can just copy inside. Can you guys all see that? And then this back one, need to sub inside. Should I sub now? Okay, never mind. I wait for the front one and do it together. So you guys won't confuse. Okay, so this one I start to integrate. So differentiate is times and minus 1. Integrate is plus 1 and divide. So 3 plus 1, 4, divide by 4. 2 plus 1, 3, divide by 3. 1 plus 1, 2, divide by 2. The 6 have no x, guys. It's x power 0. So 0 plus 1, 1 over 1. So the whole process is just plus 1 divide, plus 1 divide. No need to write plus c because you guys have a number 2 and 1 to sub in. So just write at the side, okay? Then this one is as usual. Okay, now it's time to sub inside. Okay, a lot of things to write, I know. This one can simplify. I simplified first, to make my life easier. Okay, now sub the 2 inside. So 2 power 4 over 4 minus 2 power 2 cube plus 6 2 square minus 6 2. So guys, this is when I sub 2 inside. Then I need to minus, I sub 1 inside. Will it be very confusing if I write like that? Okay, maybe I should write here. Maybe you guys can see it more nicely in that way. Is it better? I hope it's better. Okay. Next one, I sub 1. So isn't it 1 power 4 over 4 minus 2 times 1 cube plus 6 1 square minus 6 1. Okay, guys. So all this is for this part. Cannot. Then minus the back one. The back one, I will sub 2 inside. Don't ask me, teacher, why the back one you never integrate? Guys, the back one already integrate lah. They never even put this symbol. They need to put this symbol means you need to integrate. This one already after integrate, so really no need one. So one you sub 2 inside, another one you sub 1 inside. Maybe you will ask me, teacher, is it necessary to write all the step out? For nowadays, yes, it's necessary. For my time, no need one. I never write it out. I straight away press, last time lah. But now cannot. So 0 minus 1 power 4 over 4 minus 2, 1 cube plus 6, 1 minus 6. Negative 7 over 4. This one is power 4. Wait, I scared you guys couldn't see it. You guys thought it's 14. 1 power 4. Okay. Then minus another one. Negative 2 cube plus 4 2 squared minus 4 2. 0. Minus negative 1 plus 4 minus 4. Negative 1. Okay. Here I get 7 over 4. Here I get 1. So guys, 7 over 4 minus 1. Ta-da! Got the answer. 3 over 4 unit square. Remember to write unit square because they are area. Ta-da-da. That. How many marks? 4 marks. Where's the 4 marks? This answer 1 marks, okay? Then, when you put this down, 1 marks. When you're able to write this out, another 1 marks, okay? And then you integrate it correctly, this one whole row, 1 marks, and altogether 6. Okay? I'm not too sure where this marks, why teacher say this one must write, but based on what I know lah, all my students will be deduct, their marks will be will be penalty if they didn't write out all that. So yeah, it's necessary to write it out. So guys, just like that, 6 marks now. Move on. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I know very long my video. The moment I do until here, I already know. But I just trying my best to give a very details basic about that chapter so you will totally understand. I really hope my video help. If my video is too lengthy, then you just stop first, go and chill first, then come back to watch it, okay, my dear, to understand it lah, okay. I rather give a very detailed one other than just touch and go, okay. I hope it helped. You better comment and tell me lah, okay, my dear. If not, I will just try to improve myself to fit majority of the people. I need to fit majority, okay, okay. So maybe you're a minority, I don't know, okay. So diagram 7 shows a row of aluminium, okay, guys. This aluminium. So they say the aluminium row has a length of 55440 millimeter, or is mm, and can be cut exactly to 72 sections. Okay. Never mind. Even you read until here, you don't know which chapter is it, which I know already, but never mind. Okay, you can continue read first. The length of the first sheet is X millimeter. First one is X, and the length of each subsequent, each means every single next one, will increase by 22 millimeter. How? Knowing which chapter already, right? Yeah lah, Form 4, Chapter 5, APGP. And quite obvious is AP, because they say increase by 20. By is always talking about differences. Differences is always plus minus. Increase by means plus. Decrease by means minus, okay? So from this sentence, I know that the first sheet is X. The next sheet is X plus 20. The next sheet is X plus 20 plus 20 again. So isn't it just like that? You guys all know these are AP because they keep plus 20, okay? And then now read back the first sentence, the 55440. The 55440, guys, is the length. Length is this one is height. Okay, this one is length. So they say the length now, they will cut to 72 part. Don't take the number divided by 72. APGP is keep increasing one. So it's not like all the 72 section is balanced. It's not like that. But this 55440, quite obvious is for all the 72 part. Even though I don't know each of them is how much, but I know all of the 72 part, if I sum them up, isn't it they will come back to this original number? Because you cut out from this length, obviously, if you try to put it back, they will come back to this particular length as well, right? So 55440, it should be sum of all the 72 sections since you cut from this particular value out, okay? Cut to 72 section based on this particular length, okay? So next one, Artan is assigned to cut the aluminium roll. So this person is actually the one who cut it, okay? So A, state the length in millimeter. For the first 3 aluminium sheet in term of X, I think I accidentally do it. Nah, my dear, that is my A answer. The A, they want to write the first three, okay? First term, second term, third term, okay, in term of X, all that in term of X. Done, in millimeter. B, Atan has completed 2/3 of his task. So my dear, actually he need to cut 72 because got 72 ma, right? But he only completed 2/3. So 72 times 2/3. So now, current, okay, up to this moment, he done until 48. Okay, 48 of the aluminium section, okay? By determine the value of X, you need to determine the X first, They say calculate the total length, okay, of the last 18 sheet. Now, my dear, look carefully. They want last 18 sheet. So last 18 sheet means what, my dear? Don't tell me, oh, teacher, total, teacher? Yes, total, I know. S, yes, it's S. Then, my dear, last 18 sheet, a lot of my students tell me S18. No, S18 is number 1 to number 18. Then do they say first 18? No, they say last 18. So last 18, my dear, then the last one is what? Not 72, because now you just done your job until 2/3 of the total job. So you only done until 48. So 48 is last. 47 is second last. 46 is third last. Okay, now I'm on the last 18 sheet. So a lot of my students using 48 minus 18. Then they tell me, oh, teacher, 30 to 48. Is it 30 to 48 or 31 to 48 or 29 to 48? The best way is use finger to count. I always tell my students use finger to count. It's the most secure method, I would say. So 48, 48, 47, 46, 45, 44, 43, 42, 41, 40, 39, 38, 37, 36, 35, 34, 33, 32, 31. Oh, number 18 is 31. Do you realize that means you're going to find start from 31? You see, luckily you didn't use 30. Going to use finger to count. Really more secure, guys. So 31 is actually the last 18 already. Then 32 is the last 17. 33 is the last 16 and go on and go on. So that means I want some 31st term to 48 term. That is what they want to find. But first, you need to determine the X first lah. How do I determine the X? I do have this information here. I think I can use it. So remember, this is an AP. Use AP SN formula, which look like this. Equals to 55440. Okay, now everything I just sub inside. My N is 72. My A is here, X. N is 72 minus 1, 71. My D, so every single terms, I just keep plus 20. So my D is 20 equals to 55440. Okay, so 2x plus 71 times 20, 1420. 72 divided by 2, 36 outside, equivalent to 55440. 55440, can I divide by 36? Yes, I can. So guys, I move it over. Then after I move it over, continue move until I can get the X answer. So plus 1420, move it over, minus 1420, times, move it over, divide. Oh, so my X is 60. So now I know the first term is actually 60 millimeter. Can you see that? So after that, don't forget this question never really asks you to find X. They ask you to find the sum of the last 18 term. And now you guys all know last 18 term is sum 31 to 48. How do you find sum 31 to 48? You cannot just find S one time because every single S must start from number 1. If you suddenly want to start from number 31, the best way is find all the 48 terms. Find number 1 to number 48, all of them. But actually, you don't want all of them. You want to start from number 31, correct? So you minus off S. Very good. 30. Not too sure whether you guys basic good or not, but I can explain a bit. So T1, T2, T3, T4, T5, you see T30, T31, T48. So you just imagine, now you want to find the sum from number 31 to number 48. Isn't it the one I box up is actually what you want to find, correct? But every time when you're using S formula, okay, you need to start from number 1. So I have no choice but to start from number 1, find until the place that I care, which is number 48. So that's why I find S48. But S48 is seriously not my answer because I never want all the 48 people. I just want the last 18 people. So that's why I find S48, everyone. Then I minus off those people I don't want. Then a lot of students, they like to minus S31. You cannot minus S31, guys, because if you minus S31, you will minus off T31. Then you will start from T32. I don't want to start from T32, I want to start from T31, right? So that's why remember, you want the person who are 31st. You don't want whoever in front of 31. Don't want whoever in front of 31. Then 31 in front got how many people? Yes, got 30 people. That's why it's S48 minus S30. So now let's use the formula. N over 2 bracket 2A plus N minus 1 times D. That's always how the SN formula look like. Can see? Just sub inside. Your N is 48 over 2, bracket 2. Your A, guys, your A is X. Your X, you guys already get 60. 48 minus 1 is 47. The D is 20. Okay? Minus the N here again is 30. 30 over 2, bracket 2. The A is 60. The N again is 31 minus 1, 29. The D is 20. Okay. Sorry, no space. I want to squeeze here and there. That's the reason. Okay, 25440 for front. 10500 for the back. I guess getting the answer 14940 millimeter. Since every single thing is length, so it's millimeter. Dun, 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 dun. That. How many marks is this? Let me see. 4 marks. Whoa, that's a lot. Here, 1. Just now, the whole thing here, 1. The answer, 1. And just now, when you do the 55440 to get the X value out, another 1. So far, already 5. Oh. Move down a bit. Okay, this question still got C. C, they say, okay, I read for you first. Then you can continue copy if you like, okay? They say, the cuts of aluminum sheets can be formed into an open cylinder at both ends in 2 different ways, okay? Okay, my dear. So that means every single aluminum sheet that you actually cut out, imagine this is the aluminum sheet, okay? Every single aluminum sheet, you can form an open cylinder. Cylinder is like my water bottle shape, okay? This cylinder shape, So they say they want to form a cylinder open. You know what's open? Now look at me. This is close lah. Open is the one that don't have top, don't have bottom, can see through one, that one called open, okay? So open cylinder at both ends in 2 different ways. Why got 2 different ways? Look, this is the aluminum sheet. You want to become a cylinder, you can roll like that. Okay, this is method 1. Another one, you roll like that. Now guys, longer a bit. Isn't it? This is method 2, okay? See? So that's the 2 different ways. When Atan completed his task. So my dear, he already completed. So altogether got 72 lah. Because he completed, not until 48 already. His brother has chosen the last sheet. Last sheet is what? Number 72. Because you completed the last one exactly 72 to form a cylinder with the maximum volume by calculation, suggest the cylinder that fulfill the condition. So my dear, they're asking you, they will actually out of all the sheets, okay, they will choose the last sheet. So first thing first lah, I will suggest you to find the last sheet length first. You don't know the last sheet length, nothing you can do, right? So guys, the A is 60, which is the X. This is 71. The D we keep knowing is 20. So 60 plus 71 times 20. I guess getting 1480 millimeter. Okay, so now I know already the last sheet will look like this. Let me draw for you guys. So for the last sheet, the length will be 1480 millimeter. And guys, their height is all the way same one, 500. Okay, so this is 500 millimeter so far. Okay, now you guys know the last sheet will look like this with the height and the width. Okay, my dear? Then now they're asking you, okay, by calculation, you're going to do calculation. You cannot like just based on your mood and guess. No, you're going to have calculation to support your answer. They say suggest the cylinder that fulfill the condition. Why they say suggest the cylinder? Cylinder got a lot, man. Got what? Got 2, remember? Got 2 different ways. So they are asking you whether is this one or this one. So maybe you want to be able to differentiate them. You can say one is method 1. Okay, one is method 2. Then later on, you tell them method 1 correct or method 2 correct lah. Okay, my dear, nah, method 1, method 2. So let's say method 1, they will roll like that. Hey, my dear, just in case you don't know how I roll horizontally, okay? I put color for you, you understand it better. When I roll horizontally, guys, this height, isn't it is same as this height, correct? But will this width become what now? Yes, become the circumference. Okay, guys, all see that? Look at me, This whole thing is 1480. When I turn it, isn't it become my circle? circumference part, 1480. So look at the color. I think you guys understand it, okay? Then now these questions, how we know which one? Okay, another one I draw for you first, okay? Then another one is you roll like this. Okay, this one when you roll it, isn't it the height will be the blue one? And this purple color one will become the circle. You guys all see that? So the height is 1480. When you roll it, this is the 500. Okay, now, my dear. So that is these two methods. So how we know which one correct? Oh? So they say, by calculation, suggest the cylinder that fulfill the condition. Then what is the condition? Do you read the questions? The questions say they must come with the maximum volume. So you know these two things you want to compare. The only thing you can compare is based on the volume. So volume formula for what? Cylinder, isn't it? Is pi r square h. So to survive with this, you must have the r, you must have the h. So guys, when I look at this shape, I already know my h is 500. Okay, my h is 500. But I don't have the r. I only have what? I only have circumference. Isn't it my circumference is 1480? Look at the color, blue color. Look at the top blue color is 1480. That's why I write 1480, okay? So circumference is 1480. Circumference formula, isn't it 2 pi r equals to 1480. So if you want to get the r, just move away. Times 2, move it over, divide by 2, 740. Times pi, move it over, divide by pi. Okay, my r is 740 over pi. Okay, so guys, this is what I get already. I write nicely for you. So pi 740, if I squared it, 547,600 over pi square times 100, 500. This one and this one cut. If I times 500, 27, wait, I'm seeing how many zero. Okay, 273,800,000 over pi. Okay, guys, this is the volume I get for method 1. Now, let's try method 2. So method 2, again, you want to find the volume. Isn't it, again, the same formula? Pi r square h, okay? So, guys, the h now is 1480. Okay, the r you don't know, but the h you know is 1480. Then how about the r? So, guys, we already know the circumference is 500. Circumference formula, isn't it 2 pi r? Equivalent to 500. 2, sorry, r equals to times 2, move it over, divide by 2, 250, times pi, move it over, divide by pi. So I think this one, the r is 250 over pi. Now let's expand it. 250 squared, 62500. Pi, you squared it, pi square, times this. Cut again. This one times 1480. 925, no. 92500,000. Okay, my dear, over pi. Do I see it wrongly? 92500,000. Okay, guys, both of the volume, I already found it. Okay, quite obvious. You want the maximum volume. So, guys, which one is the maximum volume? Method 1. Form a cylinder with maximum volume. You guys can compare lah. This volume is so much higher compared to this, my dear. Almost triple up. Yeah, almost triple up, my dear. So isn't it quite obvious? Method 1 form a maximum volume. Done. How many marks is this? 3 marks. So where is the 3 marks? Let me look through it. Oh, I need to tell them. So guys, the moment you guys get the radius out, get the volume out correctly, that one marks. This one also same, you get the radius correct, you get the height correct, 1 marks. And then you get the maximum volume, 1 marks. This maximum volume need to come with this particular value. Okay, I should like that. I know already. This, 1 marks. Okay, understand? So guys, 3, 4, 1. The whole question worth 8 marks so far. Do. That. Can right? Move on, yeah? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Done. 11. Ayo, every question I look, I also know how much time I need to spend to just explain it. Okay, I can do it. 11A, they say, diagram 8 shows 6 number card. Yeah, 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, 9. 6 card. Now they say, find the number of different ways, guys. Number of different ways is form 5. Chapter 4, P and C chapter, permutation and combination, okay? So find a number of different ways to arrange all the cards in a row. I expect you guys have this basic, okay? Whenever you must know the difference between P and C. So guys, whenever you see the word arrange, that means they care about the sequence. Then this kind of question is always P questions, okay? So the A one is super easy one. They just say find a number of different ways to arrange all the cards, all your. So on top got how many cards? 6. How many you want to arrange out? 6. Isn't it just 6P6? So a lot of students will write 6 factorial. Can also answer same one. So these two meaning same one, okay? The answer 720. That. Okay, the second part. Hey, this one you get just 1 mark, yeah, with the answer. So second one, they say 4 cards. Okay, this one, listen carefully. So many students ask me. 4 cards are to arrange to form a proper fraction, okay? Such that the even number are arranged side by side. Fine. Find the number of different proper fractions that can be formed. Don't really understand, no? Never mind, I read one by one. Now they say 4 cards. So on top of 6, you only choose 4. So 4 are to be arranged. So I repeat again, arrange. This question is a P questions again. Okay, so now out of the 6, you need to take 4 out. And you take 4 out, you take what? You take the 4 out to form a 4-digit number? No, you take 4 out to form a proper fraction. You know what is proper fraction? I think you know what is improper fraction. What is improper fraction? 3 over 2. Then what is proper fraction? 2 over 3. So proper fraction, guys, the top is always smaller than the bottom. You're going to remember that. Proper, that means the bottom must always be very steady, very big. That is proper fraction, okay? Then they say such that the even number are arranged side by side. Even number. What is even number? Even is 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. All this is even number. So when I look at the top, there's only 2 even number. So that means they try to tell you these 2 even number must arrange side by side. Must be beside each other, okay? So if you're my students, I always say tie them up. But this one shouldn't tie them up because you're not choosing everyone. So when you have 6, you choose all the 6, then tie them up, maybe work. But now you 6, you choose 4, no other way. Need to write out one by one. So first, guys, now they say they want a fraction. So you're going to think about a fraction. So my dear, you're going to, this chapter, right, always they will come out like a very hard questions is because you guys never think about all the possibility. You're going to think about all the possibility, okay? Now you're taking 4 cards to form a proper fraction, correct? So isn't it you can top 1 card, bottom 3 card? I think I draw like that, you guys will agree with it. Like that, isn't it? The top is smaller than the bottom. And then at the end, I use 4 card, correct? Or the top 2 card, the bottom 2 card. Isn't it like that? I also using 4 card. Or top 3 card, bottom 1 card. But cannot? No. Top 3 card, bottom 1 card, maybe can be a fraction, but it won't be a proper fraction. It will be an improper fraction. So this one, impossible. So guys, only 2. Quite easy, right? Don't tell me teacher can lead all on top or all at the bottom. My dear, all on top can, but all at the bottom cannot. All on top cannot. Because imagine it, all on top, that means 4 on top. Nothing at the bottom. Nothing at the bottom, then where got fraction, my dear? I want a fraction there. So no. Then some student will tell me, then teacher, all at the bottom lah. All at the bottom, okay, what teacher? Then the top is the smallest. No. Even you are the smallest, you also need to put 1 number here, what, my dear? You didn't put any number there, the top empty. Empty means nothing, it's a 0, my dear. It's not even a 1. So that's why you cannot be like that. So actually, these 2 is the only possibility that they might come out, okay? Then remember, under 4 cards, okay, that need to form a proper fraction, which I already try to fulfill, then under these 2 rules, you need to fulfill these particular rules that they say it must be even number side by side. So remember, even number is 2 and 6, okay? So now, how do you guys do it? To make your life easier, guys, 2 and 6, I put cross to represent it. So isn't it, I know that the 2 and 6 cannot put at the top because the top only got 1 space. So it need to be at bottom. So isn't it can be 2, 6, then another number. Now, the cross means the 2 and 6, or it can be the first one random number, the last 2 is 2, 6. But is it possible the first one 2, the last one 6, middle is random? No, because like that, you didn't side by side anymore. So remember, guys, side by side means together. Side by side means together. So that's why you need to be together, okay? Cannot like one left, one right. Cannot, okay? Or, okay, then this one, isn't it can be top is 2 and 6. Or it can be bottom 2 and, bottom 2 and 6. Please don't tell me, teacher, teacher, is it possible I write 226? No, because it need to have 62 also. So you better don't write like that first. You put cross, box, like me first, okay? It's more understandable, okay? So you're going to think about all the possibility, okay? Better don't miss out anything, okay? So now this one, I think I can start already, my dear. Okay. Or below, this one 26 or this one 62 actually not make no much difference because the top only 1 decimal, the bottom 3 decimal. So no matter what, I will definitely the bottom will definitely bigger than the top one because that one is 1 digit. This one is 3 digits, correct? So definitely can do already. So you guys know that these two place is for 2 and 6. So 2 and 6, these two person fight for these two place. 2P2, correct? So look, 2 use, 6 use. I still left 1579. I still left 4 number. So the leftover 4 number, isn't it, will fight for these two seat. So it's 4P2. So guys, all of them happen at the same time, so it's N. So it's like 2 and 6 fight there, and 1579 fight another 2 seat. So all of them go inside, then only you guys will have a proper fraction. Can you see that? So they happen at the same time, so it's times. But or, right, plus. Same for the next one. These 2 seat were taken by 2 and 6. So 2 and 6, both of them fight for the cross seat. Okay, after both of them go inside, I still left what? I still left 1579. So 1579 got 4 number. So that 4 number will fight for the leftover 2 seat. Isn't it 4P2? And put times again. Okay. All right, plus. Okay. Guys, open your eyes big. This is the part that you need to be careful. Maybe you tell me, teacher, same lah, 2P2. Cannot. Because guys, this one top 1 digit, the top 3 digit, no matter the top one, how they try, how much they try, impossible for the top one to bigger than the bottom one, correct? But this one different, this one top also 2 digit, bottom also 2 digit. Maybe the top 2 digit can bigger than the bottom 2 digit, It need to depends whether you are 26 or 62. So my dear, so this one, you want to be very careful of whether they are 26 or 62 because it will bring different effect. So let me draw out all the possibility just in case I will miss out some of them like that. Can? Okay, this one I press calculator first. 2P2 times 4P2. This one is 24. This one is also 24. Okay, maybe you tell me, teacher, this one, why I care, you see? Because guys, if I'm 26, this first digit, I need to be careful. 26 is very small, right? But can this first digit I put 1? Because actually on top got 1. But can I put 1? No. If I put 1, I'll be improper fraction. I want a proper fraction. So actually the first digit cannot be 1. It can be 5, it can be 7, it can be 9, but definitely it's not 1. So isn't it 5, 7, 9? Oh, okay. Because 5 go inside 50 something, 7 go inside 70 something, 9 go inside 90 something. All of them bigger than 26. That's why can. Okay. So my dear, then okay, I analyze everything first. Then how about this 62? This 62, you need to be careful of the first digit also. The first digit cannot be 1, cannot be 5. 62, it can be 7 or 9 because it can be 70 something or 90 something. Okay. Then this one also control the first digit. Don't tell me, teacher, why no need to control the second digit? Because when my first digit is 7 or 9, that means they are 70 something, 90 something. Do I care 70 what or 90 what? No. That's why the second digit really no need to care, okay? Then this one, guys, this one is 26 at the bottom. If the bottom is 26, the top need to smaller than 26. Then smaller than 26, I think the first digit can only be a 1. Because you see the top only got 1, which is smaller than 26. That can make the number smaller than 26. You don't have 0 on top, right? So it cannot be 0 also lah. So that's why definitely is a 1 there. Then this one 62. The front digit here can only be 1 or 5 because 1 is 10 something, 5 is 50 something. 10 something, 50 something, all lesser than 62. So isn't it all that is very, very necessary for you guys to list it out yourself because all of them having different case. Can you see that? So now let's do this. So my dear, this is 26. So you know definitely is 2 there, definitely is 6 there. I do one time for you, but it's not necessary to write. Not necessary. You know 2 is definitely taking this seat. It's actually 1P1. You know 6 is definitely taking this seat. It's actually 1P1. So guys, 1P1 times 1P1 is just 1. So actually, when you fix the 26 already, no need to do the 26 already. Only do the one that you're not sure, which is the box one. So 5, 7, 9, 3 of them fight for this one chair. Isn't it 3P1? All right. So my dear, 2 and 2 already used, 6 I already used. So 1, 5, 7, 9, I got 4. So these 4 here, I use one of them. I only use one. Don't tell me, teacher, you use 3, 5, 7, 9. No, 5, 7, 9, only one will go inside. So how many left? I still left 3. So 3 of them fight for the last seat. Show you one more time, you will understand one, okay? This 62 is fixed one. Fixed one, no need to do one. It's 1P1 times 1P1. No need to waste your time, okay? Then this one, then this one, 2% fight for this one seat, isn't it? 2P1. Then how about this one, guys? I repeat, I got 1, 5, 7, 9 left just now after the 2 and 6. But this part, 7, 9, one of them will go inside. Either 7 go inside or 9 go inside. So no matter 7 go inside or 9 go inside, only one of them go inside. I still left 3 of them. So 3 of them fight for the last one seat. All right, plus. So this 26 is fixed, yeah? So here, definitely is 1 go inside. 1 go inside is 1P1. Okay? So 1 go inside already. Then the back only left what? 5, 7, 9. So 3 of them fight for the last one seat. All right, plus. 62 is fixed. Fixed, no need to do one. Do those that are not fixed. So in front, 2 number fight for this one space. Isn't it 2P1? Okay, I see that? 1, 5, 7, 9. 1 and 5, I already use it. I still left 7 and 9. So 7, 1 and 1, 5, 7, 9, sorry. 1 and 5, only one of them I use it. So I still left 3 of them. Fight for the last one seat. Okay, time to press calculator to get the answer. 3P1 times 3P1, 9. 2P1 times 3P1, 6. 1P1 times 3P1, 3. 2P1 times 3P1, 6. 24 plus 24 plus 9 plus 6 plus 3 plus 6. I guess getting the answer, 73. Is it 73? Do I press wrongly? 24 plus 24 plus 9 plus 6 plus 3 plus 6. 72. Why would I press wrongly? That. See? So my dear, here, this answer, 1 marks, okay? This particular 72, you guys will get 1 marks, and all the process here, okay? All the process here, this one and this one together are 2 marks. Can? So my dear, just like that, this part, I already get 4 marks, but it's not done yet. This is just A. These questions still got B. Sad, oh. My dear, some more it's not optional question, you know. You're gonna know how to do it because it's compulsory questions. So B1, they say. So that's why you can see, right, my dear? Your basic need to be very strong to be able to be tested because they like to ask the questions in a reverse way, okay? So now they say the combination, guys, combination. That means these are C questions, okay, my dear? Combinations of n object from n different object is given by MCN. So they give you straight away, out of m subject, you want to choose n subject. So it's MCN, okay? Then they say state the minimum value of n. They're asking you what is your smallest value of your n. This one very easy one. You know why? Because first thing first, you must know all the basic about C lah, okay? So you definitely will know MCM is equivalent to 1. For those who not sure, you can press calculator like 5C5, 1. 7C7, 1. Okay, my dear? Then can you... Okay. I write more for you. So 7C7 is 1. 6C6 is 1. Then can you 5C11? You can try. 5C11, it's max error, so impossible, my dear. So my dear, impossible, that means actually your bottom value n, okay, you can be any number in the world. That means you can like, okay, maybe I shouldn't confuse you. Okay, I try one more time, okay, my dear. So now MCN, okay. So let's for example say, now my M is a 7. I give you some example. Okay, so can you 7C0? Yes, you can try 7C0. Answer is 1. Can you 7C1 cat, 7C2 cat, 7C3 cat, 7C4 cat, 7C5 cat, 7C6 cat, 7C7? The answer is 1. Then you can try 7C8. The moment you try 7C8, you realize that there's no answer anymore. So this story tells us what? This story tells us that the bottom number can go up to same as the top and cannot more than the top. So that's why the question asking me, what is the end value? So the end value isn't it the bottom? So I know the bottom, can it exceed the top? No. And maximum it can reach is just same as the top. So now the question asking me, what is the minimum value of n? Sorry, they're asking me minimum. So my dear, if they're asking maximum, I say it first, okay? If they're asking you maximum value of n, then the maximum value of n is n, because the maximum I can reach is the same as my top. So now my top is m, correct? Maximum value of n is m. But if they ask minimum value of n, I shouldn't explain so much. Minimum value of n, 0. Isn't it the last one is 0? Can I put -1? Maybe you can try. 7C -1. Oh, max error. So you know the minimum is 0. The maximum is same as the top. Okay, so next time they ask maximum minimum, both also you know, because I accidentally teach you. Okay, so next one, Sarah, this person bought a box of colored pencil that contain P number of different color pencil. So this box inside got P different color pencil. Given that the number of different way for Sarah to choose, guys, arrange is a P question. Choose is always a C questions. Okay, so that means inside the box now got P color pencil, and out of the P color pencil, you want to choose 3 color pencil. That means P of the color pencil, you want to fight 3 out. Isn't it PC3? So it's just now like 4 alphabet, want to fight 1 seed, 4P1, same thing. So now it's P color pencil, you want to choose 3, PC3. So now they say the PC3 equivalent to what? 26 P minus 2. Now that is what gets able to write and what you should write also. So after you guys write this out, then now the question asks me to find P. So guys, how do I do it? When I look at it, I don't know how to continue also, my dear, because normally this kind of PC3, you should be able to press calculator, right? So if you cannot press calculator, use the formula. This one is NCR. NCR got a formula called N factorial. N minus R factorial times R factorial. Now, this is how the formula look like. So I write inside so that you guys understand. So my N is this one, P. So N is P, my R is 3, my R is 3, equivalent to this. Okay, so my dear, how do we continue? Okay, P factorial, can I press? No. P minus 3 factorial, can I press? No. Please don't tell me teacher open bracket, cannot open one, my dear. This one is not a times relation, cannot open one. 3 factorial, can 3 factorial. Factorial in your calculator is a sheaf having a button that the top got X factorial. Then you know that one is the button. And press shift that button, okay? So guys, do you guys get 6 for that? Wait, I write for you. It's a 6 here. Okay? So I think 6 can move one. So divide by 6, move up times 6. Maybe you guys tell me, teacher, the right side, should I open the bracket? You can, but I won't. Later I tell you why. Okay? So my dear, now I done until here. So I done until here. So many basic you need to know. You guys need to know what is n factorial, my dear. N factorial is actually NPN. Okay. Then when n factorial, you want to write out one by one. How do you guys write out? Give you some example again, okay? So whenever 6 factorial, okay, it actually means 6 times 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. So every single factorial number is either you straight away press calculator. If you couldn't straight away press calculator, it's always that number times one number smaller times one number smaller times until 1. Then what if you write 6 times 5 and then halfway you don't want to continue write 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. You know what you can write? You can write 6 times 5 factorial. Because every single factorial, it means that particular number up to the smallest minimum number of 1. Okay, so that means if I say n factorial, then you can write n times n minus 1, because 6 go to 5 is because you minus 1. The next one, n minus 2, n minus 3, n minus 4, n minus 5, go on, go on, go on. But you don't know when to stop, right? So don't tell me teacher dot, dot, dot. You thought APGP, man. No. So guys, what you guys put? You guys put a factorial. So a factorial means until that number will actually include all the rest of them also. So that's why. If you understand that, When you come back to this, every single time when you see factorial, you cannot press, you can press, you press. If you cannot press calculator, right, you should try to make the bigger one, okay, like try to amend the big one. No, spread down the big one, okay? So this one is P, this one is P minus 3. So of course, P minus 3 is smaller, P is bigger. So the bigger one, I can spread down. So you see P factorial is P times P minus 1 times P minus 2 times P minus 3 times P minus 4, P minus 5, P minus 6, P minus 7, you can go on. But the moment I write until P minus 3, I don't want to write already, my dear. I will just write the factorial there. Why do that? Exactly. Because they can same as the bottom and they can cut it off. Can you see it, my dear? So factorial will only disappear because first, you can press it. Second, because they have a friend come with a factorial also, then they can cut it off. Then after you cut it off, do you realize why I left the P minus 2 there? Yes, no, for me to cut with the left and right also. So now suddenly the whole questions, I only left P squared minus P equals to 156. Yay, they look like what? Yes, general form. Isn't it? Everything move it to one side. So mode, 1 right side 2. So the first P answer, 30. The second P answer, negative 2. So isn't it P minus 13, P plus 12? Don't stop there, guys. I'm sorry, not negative 2, negative 12, okay? So guys, don't stop here. P means what? P means how many color pencil I have in the pencil box. Is it possible got negative 12 color pencil? No. So that's why I only choose the positive answer. The P need to be more than 0. So P equals to 13. For those who don't want to write 13, you can write rejected beside negative 12 also can. So this part 3 marks, my dear. So just now you get the 0 already, 1 marks. This one, when you write this formula out already 1 marks, and you get the 13, another 1 marks. Yes, correct. 3 marks, okay? So here 3, that just now that one 4, this question, whole thing worth 7. Let me see carefully. Yes, this whole thing worth 7. Can I? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Done. Move on. 12. 12, they say, a random variables x has a binomial. Guys, binomial is under Form 5, Chapter 5, binomial distributions, okay, probability distributions, okay. So a random variables x has a binomial distributions with 5 trials. Binomial distribution, that means they're countable one, okay. 5 trial, that means the n is 5 now, okay, such that the probability of success in each trial is P. So P stands for probability for one success. The probability for failure in each trial. So probability of fail for one time. One time fail is Q. Table 1 shows the probability. So you guys can see they didn't even tell you probability for x equals 0, x equals to 1 individually. They tell you the sum of 0 and 1 is this one. The sum of 4 and 5 is this one. But they never give you the middle. But is the table completed? I mean, like, is the table a complete table? I know don't have figure lah, but is this a table, a complete table? Yes, because my n is 5. So that's why they maximum write until 5. Don't have 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, okay? So A, they say, state the value for probability x equals to 2 plus probability x equals to 3 in a fraction form. Guys, very, very easy one. Because probability x equals to 2 and x equals to 3, isn't it is exactly these two? Okay, maybe you guys don't know what do this table represent. Okay, I show you. This row is all the x. This row is the probability x equals to those figure. So this one is probability x equals 0. This is probability x equals to 1. This probability x equals to 2. This probability x equals to 3. This probability x equals to 4. This probability x equals to 5. Each and every one will be like that, okay? So that's why probability x equals to 2 and plus x equals to 3 is this two part. So I know you can't even guess out these two part, but because this table is a completed one, and all of them total up called total probability. And guys, total probability always equivalent to 1. So I know 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plus together is 1. So if I want to find the empty one, I just use 1 minus of the probability for 0 and 1 minus the probability of 4 and 5. Easily I can get the empty spot back. Make sense? Make sense? So now let's try to minus it off. I guess getting 45 over 128. Guys understand all? So it means this plus this plus this plus this plus this plus this equals to 1. So if I want to find these two, I just minus off this. Then I can find the question. I can find the empty one. So these two is 81 over 128. These two is 1 over 64. So 1 minus these two, get the middle one. Really hope you guys understand. Okay, very, very easy thing. So just like that, 1 marks. Okay, so let's move on. B, they say show. Later on, I need to write the word shown. So they ask me to show that P equals to 3 over 16Q. So my dear, P equals to 16Q, that means the probability of success, probability of failure. Okay, usually when you guys do quite a lot of practices, you guys usually will use the starting and ending to find the probability success, probability failure. But this one, they don't even give you individual probability of success, individual probability of failure. So I don't think it's using that too. Then how do I do it, my dear? So these questions, a lot of my students, they struggle. They will think like, teacher, I have no clue at all. Which one should I try? So my dear, which one you want to try also can. But these questions, when I look at it, okay, I saw a very important keyword that you might not realize it, which is the word hence. Hence, right, guys, means therefore. Every time in NMAX, whenever you able to see the word hence, right, 100% they link from just now. So just now what you get, you're going to continue to do from there and get the next one. So every time you see the word hence, if you couldn't do the previous question, you couldn't do now. Because it's always continuous one, my dear. So that's why whenever they say hence, just look back what you get just now, use that, okay? So my dear, what you get just now? Just now you get probability x equals to 2 plus probability x equals to 3 equals to 45 over 128, correct? I think I should use this. So guys, then how do I suddenly inside got P and Q? So P and Q is probability of success, probability of failure, which I think you guys need to use this particular formula of probability, binomial distribution. This is the formula. So let's use the formula. So NCR, N is 5. Out of 5, I want to choose 2 now because I'm doing 2 now. Probability of success, which I don't know how much, power 2. Probability of failure, power 5 minus 2. Next one. 5 of them, I want 3 of them success. Probability of success, power people success. Probability of failure, power 5 minus 3 equals to 45 over 128. Can you see that? So 5C2, when press calculator, is a 10. 10P squared Q cube plus 5C3, 10 again, P cube, Q squared equals to 45 over 128. Want to make your life easier? Try to all divide by 10. So this one divide by 10, no more 10. This one divide by 10, no more 10. And the back one, if I divide by 10. 45 over 128 divide by 10. I get 9 over 256. There are a lot of my students, they do until here, then they stop. I mean, not they stop, they stuck. Okay, my dear. Then why you guys stuck, my dear? I know there's a lot of unknown, you don't know how to continue. But when you look at all the unknown, try your best to simplify it. So what can I simplify? So I realized that here got 2P. Here got 3P. Minimum, both of them got 2. So what can you do? Exactly. Factorize it out. Pull the P square out. Other than that, here got 3Q. Here got 2Q. Minimum I got 2Q. So guys, I can pull out Q square. So this is like everyone got, I can pull it out one, okay? So P square, pull out P square, no more. Q got 3, I pull out 2. Isn't it left 1? Plus 3P, I got 2. Pull out 2, I left 1. 2Q, I pull out 2Q, no more. Isn't it 9 over 256? And guys, P plus Q equals to what? Very good, 1. You know why 1? Because guys, P is probability of success, Q is probability of failure. Probability of success plus probability of failure equivalent to total probability. That's why it's 1. Understand, my dear? So now you only left P square, Q square. If both also square, we can pull the square out since both of those also power 2. Then square can move it over square root. Square root 9 over 256. I guess getting 3 over 16 when you square root it. So these questions want me to show this thing. So they only want a P there. So times Q, move it over, divide by Q. Guys, isn't it? I get whatever they're asking. Probably write the word, dun, 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 shown. Done. So guys, when you can do this equation, 1 marks, you can get this 1 marks, you can factorize it and sub a 1 inside, like without writing the P plus Q anymore, they give you another 1 marks. This question worth 4 marks up to here. Done. Can you understand? Need more details explanation, you comment below, let me know, okay? Or if I talk too much already, you also let me know. I feel like this video will be very long. Oh my God. I cannot, I don't know. Okay, my dear, move on, okay? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Okay. Finally, we reached section B. So section B just need to choose 3. But again, as a teacher, I'll do everything for you, okay? So 13, they say, is given that fx equivalent to this. They say fgx equivalent to this, my dear. This is one of your favorite chapter. I think what's your strongest chapter, I hope. Form 4, chapter 1, okay? Function. So guys, A, they say, find the object. I hope all of you guys know object is x, okay? Of the image called fx. Okay, because the question say fx lah. They say fx, then it's fx. They say gx, then it's gx, okay? So now they ask object, they give you the image. So that means before I start, I already know my fx is 1 over 3. So how do I find back my x? Sub my fx inside. So my fx equation is here, sub it in. Equivalent to 1 over 3. Let's do cross multiplication. 3, 3, 9. 4x minus 1. Minus 1, move it over plus 1. Times 4, move it over, divide by 4. Got it. My x is 5 over 2. Done. So easy. Want to cry already, my dear. This is under compared to others. So easy, my dear. So 2 marks here. Next one, B. They ask you to express m in term of p. Remember, your answer will be an equation. They say if fm plus 1 equals to 3 fgp. Okay, so this is what they give. I'm going to use it, okay? First, fm plus 1, don't tell me what open bracket. People is equation name, not times relation, okay? This fm plus 1 original name called fx. So you should look at the fx equation. So when I look at the fx equation, I know there are 3 over 4x minus 1. Can you guys see? That's the equation of it. But will you just write like that? No, because look carefully, the x become m plus 1. So this particular x, rub it off, write m plus 1. Okay? Equals to 3 FGP. So FG, FGP, original name is what? FGX. FGX, guys, isn't it the equation is here? This one. Isn't it 3 over 4x squared plus 3? Put a bracket, outside still have a 3, okay? But then remember the x become p now. So take your eraser, erase off this x should also become p. Okay, this is whatever you guys can write so far. The rest is all mathematics, okay? So my dear, 3 over 4m plus 4 minus 1 equals to, times fraction always times top, yeah? 9 over 4p squared plus 3. So this side, 3 over 4m plus 3 equivalent to 9 over 4p squared plus 3. So can move around. So let's do cross multiplication. So 3 times 4p squared plus 3 equivalent to 9 times 4m plus 3. 3, 4, 12. 3, 3, 9. 9, 4, 36. 3, 9, 27. Okay, this question asking what? M. So my dear, M is here. The rest, just move it away. Plus 27, move it over. Minus 27. So 12p squared minus 18. So I think the M answer times 36, move it over. Divide by 36. This one divide by 36, 1 over 3p squared. This one divide by 36, minus 1 over 2. Done. Guys, you want to combine them right together also can. Write separately like that also can. Totally, they accept both answer. So 2 marks. This one you get 1 marks. The moment just now you sub inside correctly, another 1 marks. So far, 4 marks. Okay. Next one, C1. So guys, C1, they say find GX. Where do this GX come from? So guys, this GX, the whole question never mentioned GX. The only part I can see GX is this part. Okay, so these questions give you a composite function. And from this composite function, they want to find one of them out. So this kind of question, under my channel, I got teach, okay? I always call it FIS boy. FIS stand for find inside substitute. Boy stand for find outside inverse. And now they want to find G. G, where is it? G is here. So it look like inside. So guys, this is a FIS question. So FIS stand for find inside substitute. Substitute very easy one. FIS very easy one. FOIL also very easy lah, okay? It's just whether you guys got practice or not. So guys, whenever you want to do FIS or FOIL, always start from the composite index. Because got 2 person only got inside outside, right? So always start from composite index. So your first step is separate them. So FGX, when you separate it, is F big bracket GX. Okay, what you have now? If you have GX, you sub GX. If you don't have GX, then you sub FX. Okay, so now do I have GX? No, I want to find. Quite obvious, I don't have it. I don't have the inside, never mind. Do the outside. The outside called what? Outside called FX. Then isn't it this your FX equation? 3 over 4x minus 1. Correct? But again, now your x become gx. So isn't it your x here should rub it off and become gx also? And you know, up to here, you already done lo. Because phi stand for find inside substitute. You already done the substitution. So until here, how do you guys do it? So my dear, both sides also 3 over, right? You can compare them straight away. So you know the bottom of this will equivalent to bottom of this. Some student will tell me, teacher, cut. Can also, same as cut. Or you say compare also can. So now you're going to get your GX answer. Just move away the negative 1. Minus 1, move it over plus 1. Times 4, move it over, divide by 4. So just imagine everyone here, I divide by 4. Got it. That's my GX answer. X squared plus 1. Here 1 marked. Just now when you sub inside, find inside substitute, right? Get another 1 marks. Done. Next, C2. C2, they say hence, therefore lah. Determine whether the inverse function of gx is exit or not. Give your justification. So guys, they're asking you whether got inverse function or not. So don't tell me, teacher, let y, start from single y, end with single x. No. You find that also doesn't help you to say yes or no. You need to explain one, my dear. So how you explain? I hope your theory is good. So remember, inverse function, you must be thinking every single function got inverse function, but actually no. Only 1 to 1. Wait, sorry. Okay, guys, sorry, continue. So guys, the second part they say, so determine whether it's inverse function. So remember, actually not every single function got inverse function. Only 1 to 1 got inverse function. So you just need to check whether they are 1 to 1. How you know whether they are 1 to 1 or not? So now they're asking you GX. So isn't it, guys, just now, you already did your GX answer. Isn't it x squared plus 1? So x squared plus 1 is actually a shape we can straight away draw out without need to think one, my dear. So guys, listen, okay, this basic you must know, okay? So my dear, these are every single curve, isn't it always called ax squared plus bx plus c, correct? Do you know whenever you have no b that time, okay? So wait, like that. If I draw it out, okay? Like if I draw it out, okay? So my dear, the a isn't it 1? 1 isn't it positive? Positive isn't it happy face? So you know this one is definitely a happy face, okay? Don't tell me, teacher, y equals to mx plus c. No, they are x squared. They are not x. So it's definitely not a straight line. It's a curve. The moment you got x squared, it's a curve, okay? It's either happy face or sad face. So now you're positive, so you're happy face, okay? So whenever you have b, the happy face maybe will be here a bit, will be here a bit, okay? But whenever your b, you don't have your b, that means your b is 0, you're always in the middle. It's always left side, right side balance. You're right at the middle, okay? Okay, you're always right at the middle. Because do you remember that maximum minimum point, the x is always negative b over 2a? So if you don't even have b, that means your b is 0. That means your x is 0. You see, definitely right in the middle one. So very, 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 very logic one, okay, based on all the formula that you learn. So my dear, then maybe you tell me, teacher, how you know the happy face is there? Because guys, I saw my c. I saw that my c is actually 1. So that means the moment I touch my y-intercept, isn't it need to be 1? 1 is slightly up. So I think this is how my GX graph look like. Okay, so guys, after you draw the graph, which you need to draw the graph, okay? If you don't draw the graph, you couldn't realize whether they are 1 to 1, many to 1, 1 to many, or many to many, okay? So for you guys to know 1 to 1, many to 1, those, I hope you guys remember vertical, sorry, this one, horizontal line test and vertical line test, okay? I always teach my student like that. Whenever you draw axis, whenever you write coordinate, you always write x and then write y, correct? So x-axis is horizontal, y-axis is vertical. So always start from checking horizontal. So let me teach you guys how do I check, okay? So you draw horizontal line. I touch 2 point, 2 point, 2 point, 2 point, 2 point, 1 point. So maximum I touch is 2 point. So the first word is not two, it's many. Okay, horizontal always means the first word. Vertical always means the second word. So guys, I touch one. Throughout the whole journey, no matter how many vertical line I draw, I will only touch one. The second word is one. So this GX is many to one. So do they have any function? Do they have any inverse function? No. So the answer is no. Then they say, give your justification. You can say, because it is many to one function. Or be more specific, you should say, no, because it is not one-to-one relation. This answer, 1 marks. This drawing, 1 marks. Yes, the drawing, they do give you marks. And this whole question worth 8 marks. Done. Cannot move on. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stay with me. 2 more questions. Very fast. Two. Okay. Next, they say 14a. Diagram shows a triangle. I can see that. Find the value of x. 4 marks. Guys, when I look at the questions, so many cert. Isn't it under Form 4, Chapter 4? Indices, cert, and logarithm, the cert part. What is the shape they provide? My favorite shape. Okay, not mine. And next favorite shape, right angle triangle. Right angle triangle can use what formula? Yeah lah. Pythagoras theorem, because they are not talking about angle. So please don't tell me Sokato. Don't have angle at all, okay? It's all about length. So it's Pythagoras theorem. The longest one is A. So 3 cert 2 is the A. So B is another one. C is another one. Okay, everything I try to write for you, okay? Remember, this square is for everyone. So 3 I squared it is 9. Square and square root cut, only left 2. Then this one, if I squared it, you will times inside because a formula of AM bracket N is always AMN. So when you open bracket for that, it's always a times relation, yeah? So 2x plus 2 here. Plus square root and square can cut for this one. This one left 2 power x. Okay? So my dear, 2 times 9, 18. Up to here, how do you guys continue? Again, I hope you watch my video. I taught before, okay? This indices questions, okay, because there's no cert for now, okay? There's no cert anymore. So it's indices. Indices questions are always got 2 types. It's either they are plus minus relation or times divide relation. So do you guys realize this question is a plus minus? So when I teach, okay, I always tell my students, whenever they are times divide, you can just combine. Because times are very easy one. Times do have a formula to combine them. Divide also have a formula to combine them. Times combined is always power plus. Divide combined is always power minus, correct? But now it's not times divide. Now it's plus minus. So plus minus couldn't combine one because you have no formula that saying plus can combine or minus can combine. So how do you guys do this? You will use divorce method. So divorce method is try your best to make them all individual. So when I look at this 2x is already individual. This 18 is actually the bodyguard, not bodyguard, the security guard, okay? Because there's no x, so it's actually a security guard, 18 outside. 2x is already single, but this one isn't it got power plus? So look at this, guys, power plus, you can split it out to 2. This one called divorce, huh? So isn't it you guys can write 2 twice. The first one is power 2x. The second one, power 2. So plus, when you separate it, you will write times in between. So don't tell me, teacher, this 2x, can I continue split? No, this 2x is times, okay? You cannot split out to 2 like that, no. So guys, this 2 power 2x, 2 square is actually 4. So when I teach divorce method, I always taught my students, after they divorce, they separate their bed and now they separate their room, okay? So guys, normally divorce method, until everyone individual, you will see a similarity to pull them out. But this time, this is harder a bit because this one, this 2x and this 2 power x is 2 different 2 power x because the front one have an additional of power 2. So what you can do, my dear, so actually, it's either they are the same, which you can factorize it out. If they are not the same, trust me, they are not far away from each other. They are always double of each other. So the one that double, you can pull the 2 out. Don't ask me, teacher, why you can suddenly pull the 2 out? Teacher, why not separate? Because they don't have plus minus in between, guys, so cannot separate. Then why I can suddenly pull the 2 out? Because of this formula. You see, mn open bracket is mn one. So 2 bracket x, if I open bracket, isn't it will come back to power 2x. So it's totally the same thing. So because I don't want the 2 there, a bit annoying, so I pull it out. So you see, when I pull it out, isn't it finally you guys can see this is 2 power x, this is 2 power x. They look similar. So they look similar now, but you cannot pull it out because there's a square blocking you. So you know what you need to do? Now you will let y equals 2 power x. Of course, it's not necessary to be y. It can be any unknown in the world, but I normally use y. I show you letting y, this one's super easy one. If you let any random unknown to replace that 2x, you will realize it will become 18 y squared times 4 plus y. So all the yellow color one become y. And suddenly it will look like a general form. Okay, my dear. Then now you can press calculator. Practice make perfect, guys. Just keep practice, my dear. Don't tell me, wow, teacher, how will I know? You do a lot, you will know lah. You didn't do a lot, of course you don't know what. So, my dear, see, y equals to 2, y equals to negative 9 over 4. And the y, remember, the y represent 2 power x. So don't stop at the y, okay? I never asked for the y, man. I asked for the x. So y equals to 2. That means 2 power x equals to 2. So y equals to 2. That means y equals to negative 9 over 4. That means 2 power x equivalent to negative 9 over 4. Correct? And guys, 2 power x is here. Can I square root a negative? You can try. When you square root a negative, in the calculator, you will see max error. So when I see this answer, I get negative, that one I can straight away reject it. So the only answer is the left side one. So the left side one, both also base 2 already. Remember, same base, 1 to 1. Left side 1, right side 1. Nothing up there is power 1. Compare them. Isn't it x answer equivalent to 1? That. Can see that? My dear. So this part 4 marks, give you the marks. So the moment you can write this formula out, they will give you 1 marks. Okay. And then let me see. You get 1. You get 1 marks. Whenever you get the general form, you get 1 marks. When just now you factorize it out, you split it, you factorize it out, you get another 1 marks. So this part, you guys are getting 4 marks. Okay, this part, you guys are getting the 4 marks. Correct. Wait, let me see. I think this one not here. Should be the splitting part here. 1. Okay, 4 marks. Next one. B. Diagram 10, this one, shows a trapezium. Again, it's trapezium, supposing rectangle, but second a bit. Given that the area of the trapezium, so guys, the area of this particular shape is 9 sub 7 minus 1 cm square. Okay, next they say express T, unknown T, in the form of this answer. Cert lah, quite obvious. 4 marks again, because this section B is always, every question is 8 marks and you need to choose 2 out of the 3. So now the question say area. I will use the area formula. I hope you guys all know the area formula for trapezium is 1 over 2 A plus B. The A plus B is 1 tall, 1 short. We call it A plus B times the height. The height is not the slanted one. Never using the slanted one. The height is actually the one beside 90 degree. Now I already write for you. Equivalent to 9 sub 7 minus 1. Okay. So 1 over 2. The A is sub 7. The B is 5. The height is T. Equivalent to 9 sub 7 minus 1. Okay, guys all see that? So the question say express the T. So guys, you want to find the T, So the rest just try to move. First, I move the 2 first lah. Divide by 2, move up times 2. So isn't it become like this? Okay, no more 1 over 2. Next, I want to find the T answer. I move the 7 plus 5 over. Times, move it over, isn't it divide? This is I try to expand. Expand. My dear, 18 times 7, isn't it 18 7? 18 times negative 1, isn't it negative 18? Okay, now up to here. A lot of students will tell me, oh, teacher, I already got the T answer. This is not the final answer. Because every single cert answer, denominator cannot have cert one. So if you see the denominator got cert, need to try to make it disappear. How do we make it disappear? Very good. Rationalize, conjugate it. So whenever the bottom is a cert 7 plus 5, you will times a cert 7 minus 5. If they are minus, you will times a plus, okay? I hope you guys remember a formula. Cert A plus B times cert A minus B. They were equivalent to, no need, 1, 2, 3, 4. No need like that one. Just take the first one times the first one. Cert A times cert A, A. Take the second one times the second one, negative b squared. Now, my dear, just like that, whenever the two brackets look exactly the same, 1 plus 1 minus, you no need to write ding, 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 no need to write 4. You just ding, ding, 2. Okay, my dear. So this one, what can I do? I see the bottom one, but the bottom one easy. Take the first one times, because the bottom one, both of them look the same. Cert 7, cert 7, 5, 5. And one positive, one negative. So isn't it this part? Totally can use this formula. Can. So cert 7 times cert 7, 7. 5 times negative 5, negative 25. Can see that? So this one, I expand it. That the top one have no choice. The top one have no similarity. The top one need to slowly expand it. So 18 cert 7 times cert 7, 18. Cert 7 times cert 7, it becomes 7. It's all times relation. 18 cert 7 times negative 5, 18 times negative 5. Negative 90 cert 7. Okay. Negative 18 times cert 7, negative 18 cert 7. Negative 18 times negative 5, positive 90. Okay, up to here, yeah? So 18 times 7, I get 126. Minus, these two can combine. Negative 90 minus 18, negative 108 cert 7 plus 90 over negative 18. Just now shouldn't times the 18 in there, can cut. Never mind lah. 126 plus 90, I get 216 minus 108 cert 7 divided by negative 18. I think all of them can try to divide by negative 18. 216 divided by negative 18. Can. Negative 108 divided by negative 18. Can. Isn't it just like that? This is my answer. Negative 12 plus 6 cert 7, which totally look like the one they're asking. P plus Q cert 7. See? The cert 7 is at the back one. Okay, my dear? Isn't it just like that? That 4 marks, my dear. When you use the formula correctly, they give you 1 marks. When you move it correctly, doing conjugate correctly, they give you 1 marks. And then this answer, obviously 1 marks. 4 marks. Where is another 1 more? Wow, we expand it also, we get 1 marks. Quite easy to get though. So 4, these questions worth 8. That 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Are you happy? Last questions, my dear. Last here, 15A. 15A, they say, given that sine, okay, the moment you see sine, this is under Form 5, Chapter 6, Trigonometry Function, a chapter that you recently learned one. I suppose, okay, I suppose those who watching this having SPM soon. That's why you're looking at SPM past year video, okay? So given that sine x equals to t, such that x is an acute angle, I hope you guys know acute means it's an angle from 0 to 90 degree, okay? Express, find sine 2x in term of t. So your answer will be something, something, something t, okay? So my dear, based on what I teach my students, whenever they want to find something theta, you see, they don't even care about what is the real angle, They're asking you to find something angle. Then these questions, I always say, is a ribbon questions. It's a bold questions. So a bold questions, right, you need to throw out one particular quadrant. And this one, because they say acute angle, so it's a first quadrant. So guys, this is where the first quadrant located at. For what? For x, because the angle now they call it x. So angle opposite called opposite. 90-degree opposite called hypotenuse. Last one called adjacent. What information they give you? They give me sine x equal to t. So I can using this to know my opposite, adjacent, hypotenuse, and suddenly everything very easy to do it. So my dear, then how do I do it? So sine is actually under SOHCAHTOA SOH. Do you remember SOH formula? Sine theta equivalent to opposite over hypotenuse. So nothing at the bottom, over 1, no? So opposite is t. Oh, this one is t. Hypotenuse is 1. Oh, this one is 1. Hypotenuse 1, opposite t. Why able to know my adjacent? Yes, because they are right angle triangle. You see, favorite shape lah. Isn't it? Can use Pythagoras theorem. Isn't it the longest one square minus the shorter one square? And then you guys just square root it. Then you should be able to get the adjacent, which is 1 minus t square root. Don't tell me cut, got plus minus cannot cut one, my dear. And then this is where the origin located, right? So origin right side is positive, origin up is positive, slanted is positive. So every single side is positive, so it's totally fine, okay? So now the question want me to find sine 2x. So if you guys looking at the formula sheet that SPM provided, sine 2x, they do provide you a formula called 2 sine x cos x. So that means you just take the 2 times the sine x times the cos x. So sine x is what? The question already provided t. How about cos x? Cos x, I know they didn't provide, but based on what you learned, cos isn't it under SOHCAHTOA? That means adjacent over hypotenuse. My adjacent is this. I already found it. Square root 1 minus t squared. Over my hypotenuse is 1. So that's why square root not really can expand. Can only write outside lah. So that's why I'm getting the answer 2t square root 1 minus t squared. Done. 2 marks. You get this 1 marks, you get this 1 marks. Yes, I know the drawing no marks, but I normally would draw because it will make me understand it better. Okay, move on. B. B, they say, is given that cos theta equals to k. They say 270 degree to 360 degree. Then again, express this in term of k. My dear, still a ribbon lah. Can you see the questions? They still asking you some cos, sin cos tan the theta. They don't even care what is the theta. They don't really care what is the angle, but they're asking something angle. So something angle is always a ribbon question. Actually, this question didn't do the ribbon, also can get the answer, but I will still draw the ribbon because what if they need it, right? So I will just draw whatever I will normally do, okay? So now this one, you won't draw the first quadrant because it's 270 to 360. 0 to 90 is first, 90 to 180 is second, 180 to 270 is third, 270 to 360 is the fourth one. So guys, 1, 2, 3, 4, based on all science teacher crazy, the fourth one you will draw here. This is the fourth quadrant for theta, okay? Same thing, angle opposite, 90 degree opposite hypotenuse. This one called adjacent. So these questions, they tell me cos theta equivalent to k. Cos, guys, isn't it under SOHCAHTOA? That means cos theta equivalent to adjacent over hypotenuse. Nothing at the bottom, over 1. So now I know adjacent is k. Okay, here is k. Hypotenuse is 1. Okay, here is 1. This one k, this one 1. Do I know the opposite? Yes, Pythagoras theorem. Now, take the longest one square minus the shorter one square. Square root it. Isn't it you guys will be getting 1 square root 1 minus k square. So guys, even though these questions, it doesn't affect based on our graph, but I just want to ask you, my graph every value correct or not? No. Which one wrong, my dear? See, this is your origin. Origin right side is positive, correct. The slanted is always positive, but origin bottom should be negative. So actually, this one, square root 1 minus k square, in front should put a negative. Must check your positive, negative, okay? So now, they want to find cos half angle, okay? So I always tell my students, half angle, there's only 2 formulas that can help you to do half angle, okay? So whenever you want to find cos half angle, you will be using cos 2 theta formula, the second one. If you want to use, you want to find sine half angle, you will be using cos 2 theta, the third formula. Okay, that's what I always teach my students. So now we are using this. So guys, how do we actually using this? So maybe you tell me, teacher, this formula now don't have half angle. Now, my dear, this is the formula that SPM provide. But you want half angle, they not provide. So if they didn't provide, what will you do? You can amend the formula. Amend means change a bit. So my dear, you know what I can do? You can take the angle, divide by 2. Now, bear in mind, when I say angle divided by 2, it's not the 1 divided by 2. I didn't take every 1 divided by 2. I only take the angle, guys. You see the one I highlight? The one I highlight is the angle. So cos 2 theta become theta. Then this 2, will it become 1? No, this 2 is outside. It's not the angle. Cos square, cos square. The theta, then will divide by 2. Then minus 1. The minus 1 also minus 1 because that one is not theta, okay? Only blue color divide by 2. So now these questions, I think I can find already. So do you realize you want to find cos half theta? That means you want to find, wait, I put another color for you. You see? You want to find this one. So you want to find this cos half theta, right? Then you just need to have cos theta. So do you have the cos theta? Yes. You know the cos theta is K. So what can you do? Whenever half angle using all this kind of formula, you are finding backwards. So guys, after this paper one set, do you realize they really love to find backwards? Love it. Mad love, my dear. So guys, now I move times 2, move it over, divide by 2. Okay, I want to find cos half angle. So square, move it over, is a square root. Now, this square root, I should write plus minus 1, correct? This square root, I should write plus minus. But then, guys, whether I should write plus or I should write minus, it depends, okay? So these questions, right, supposedly the theta is from 270 to 360 degree. But don't tell me your teacher, all science teacher crazy under C. So teacher, this one should be positive. It not depends like that because now you are theta over 2. So guys, if I'm theta over 2, all my angles should also divide by 2. So 270 divided by 2 is 135. 360 divided by 2 is 180. Okay, my dear? So it's 180, okay? So now you know the angle over 2 is from 135 degree to 180 degree. Now, my dear, 135 degree to 180 degree is under this part. Do you remember? This S part is 90 to 180. So 135 to 180 is under S. Then under S, I'm a cos. So if I'm a cos under that section, will I be a positive? No, that is not my own house. I will get a negative. So you must write the answer. You must choose the answer in negative form. Done. How many marks is that? 2 marks, right? This formula, you write it out correctly, like with this 1 marks, you get the answer with the negative, not positive negative, with the negative, then 1 marks. I repeat again why negative, just in case you try to shout like, teacher, why like that? Okay, my dear. Because these questions, remember, sin cos tan. Whenever you bring it over, isn't it you will press shift sign, shift cos, shift tangent. Usually you press shift sign, shift cos, shift tangent. Isn't it you will base on all science teacher crazy to choose the one that is suitable for the positive negative. So if you write plus minus, that means you're okay with every quadrant. But actually, you're not okay with every quadrant, because the question tell you the angle is from 270 to 360 degree, correct, my dear? So that means you're only okay with the 4th quadrant, supposedly. But because I'm doing half theta, so that's why I should make it half also, because the range is not 270 to 360 already. It's half of them. So half of them, isn't it? That means 135 to 180. So 135 to 180 is a 2nd quadrant. And under all science teacher crazy, 2nd quadrant is sine house. So sine, this S, it means only sine is positive there. And now you are a cos. So you are definitely negative there. That's why you choose the negative version. I hope I explained the second time you can understand it better. Then the C, they say, find the value tangent 22.5 degree, insert. Wow, how do I do 22.5? Legit don't know. Someone don't tell me, teacher, press calculator lah. Cannot, my dear. They ask you like that, obviously they want you to have working, and even you try to press, you won't get any cert form. Then how do you guys find out 22.5? Guys, remember, this kind of angle that you don't know, right? Definitely has some relation to the special angle. What is special angle? You should definitely memorize. It's under a table in your textbook. 0 degree, 30 degree, 45 degree, 60 degree, 90 degree. All this is special angle, 5 of them, okay? So 22.5 got relation to which one? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exactly, 45 degree. My dear, isn't it tangent 22.5 is 45 degree divided by 2? Isn't it? It's the same thing, correct? That means it's what? half angle formula again. So which half angle formula work leh? So when you look at it, my dear, I repeat again, you don't have any formula which is half angle, but you can amend yourself, which I think this formula work. Okay, this one. Okay, can you see this? So my dear, why this formula work? Okay, I know this one is not half angle, but because 22.5 times 2 will be 45. So I think this one can work. Let me show you guys how I think it works. Okay, my dear. I no need to amend it. I can straight away using it to do. You see tangent, this one can be 2 times 22.5. Then this theta will be just 22.5. Then this will just be 22.5. Isn't it now I can link 22.5 with the special angle out, correct? Then it's more possible to do. So here will be tangent 45 degree. Okay, then 2. This one is the one that you want to find. And I hope you guys know the bottom one, right? This tangent square 22.5 is actually tangent 22.5 whole thing being square. When you put the square in the middle, it means the whole thing being square. So guys, tangent 45 is what? Special angle. Either you memorize it or you can try to press calculator. Oh, it's a 1. It's a 1. So guys, after they are 1, you should realize that it's so hard to write out because of the tangent 22.5, correct? And since you want to find the tangent 22.5, and it looks so complicated, and most important, you should realize one, it looks so much similar to the previous question. I got tangent 22.5, you got tangent 22.5 square. So one is single, one got square. Isn't it need to let y? You should let y to replace it to make your life easier. Let me show you guys after you let y. Of course, it's not necessary y lah, but y is easier lah. See, my dear, after I let y, I highlight for you. After I let y equals to tangent 22.5, isn't it all the one I highlighted become y now? And once they become y, isn't it super obvious they can become a general form after I move it around? Wow, really look like a general form. Press calculator. Mode. 1 right inside 2. So guys, when I press calculator, now your answer should be still a decimal. So for those who using this kind of calculator, don't tell me, teacher, I see fraction, I can write down already. No, my dear, teacher won't know you're using this kind of calculator, and you shouldn't even write the cert form out. So my dear, if you press calculator, you get decimal. Do you remember under Form 4 Chapter 2 quadratic function? Pretty answer using calculator. This kind of ugly answer using quadratic formula. Quadratic formula. Isn't it? You should use quadratic formula to solve this one then. You see everything you learn. Can you see MX? They like to come out with different chapter mixed together. I know my video, this one definitely very long, but I hope it's long, but it's helpful. Okay, my dear. You can watch it batch by batch, but as long as it's helpful. I don't want to come out a video that is short but not helpful. Okay, my dear. I don't know what you want, but I think this one help. I hope. Okay. So -2 plus minus. Guys, square root 8. Remember every single cert, you're gonna write until the simplest form. So square root 8. 8 can divide by a perfect square called 4. So I know 4 times 2 is 8. So it means if you square root the 4, you will get a 2. If you square root a 2, you will be cert 2 over 2. So now I think everyone can divide by 2. -2 divided by 2, -1. Then 2 divided by 2, no more. Only left cert 2. So guys, the answer will be -1 plus minus cert 2. Don't stop there. My dear, that is just y, And what I need is tangent 22.5. So isn't it my tangent 22.5 should be -1 plus cert 2 or -1 minus cert 2. Correct? I write some decimal for you. -1 minus cert 2 is a -2 is a -2.41. -1 plus cert 2 is a 0.41. Okay, these are the two answers. Is both your answer? Not really. Every time whenever you guys got plus minus, use your brain to think whether both is the answer. So this one same one. Same like just now the B. If this tangent, I move it over, isn't it? It's sheaf tangent. Every time you able to press shift tangent, you will always check your all science teacher crazy. Then you won't have so many answer. And most important for these questions, right? Before even you can check, don't tell me, but teacher, they never tell me which the angle from which degree to which degree. Guys, they don't need to tell you which degree to which degree because they literally already tell you the angle itself. They already tell you it's 22.5 degree. 22.5 degree, isn't it, is acute angle. Acute angle, isn't it, 0 to 90? 0 to 90, that means it's located at A. A, that means what? A, that means everyone will be positive there. So guys, the negative answer, banned, rejected. So that's why my final answer will be only -1 plus -2. Don't have -1 minus -2. So okay, I rejected for you. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, this one I put 3 dot. This one I don't put 3 dot. So you understand that one is the answer. Saw it? So my dear, this one worth 4 marks. Okay, where got 4 marks? Let me look. Okay. So this particular part, the moment you're able to write this out, here 1 marks, okay? Then you use the quadratic formula. They will give you 1 marks. Good, oh? Then you can choose it out. Then you guys will get another 1 marks. And then I don't understand why this one they give you 1 marks, which I don't really think so. I think you're able to get the general form. I think you should deserve 1 marks. And again, this whole question worth 8. Finally, how long is my video? I don't know, my dear. I couldn't see now, okay? So yeah, I'll see you in the next video. When is it? I don't know. Okay, I'll try my best to generate. Don't put too much hope on me, okay? I'm quite busy. I teach every day. So I will try, okay? Like, this is a very lengthy video. I hope it helped. So comment below, tell me what you feel, okay? See you on the next round. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.